to get the pit up, but now that Leaf's been detected, gonna have to adjust.
G2 just going into a straight up honest A hit. Again, they don't have the guns and just spotting out the various bodies. That flash and a peak, Divide! Oh my, Divide! What a flash! The reactions and sharp shooting is across the board right now for PRX. Firing on all cylinders.
And stabilizing their economy as well. Starting to get up to a really tidy amount of money in the bank. Leaf, final player, executed with a bullet to the back of the head. Divide is so entertaining to watch on Lotus. I know that the whole team is, let's be real. We've got a treat here to open playoffs, but the way that Divide flashes like this and swings out, he contests this stairs space so often on defense.
And he's not scared as well of pushing past when he knows they're on an eco.
No,
could be handing over a gun if he ends up missing. It's pure confidence in the aim.
It's very confident, yeah. And he's very opportunistic. He takes good timings, actually. He's got a real sense for the game of when his opponents are not going to be expecting him. Of course, there's always risk inherent in the way that PRX plays on the defense.
Sure.
They're just good enough to be able to, for it not to matter a lot of the time.
This game is really boiling over, I think, in terms of just the pace that's being played. But the two teams, when you see some of the best in the world clash in VALORANT typically as well, sometimes one team will concede, but with the pace that PRX play at and G2 just so eager to meet them, match them, pound for pound, it just feels like you can't keep up sometimes as well. You're watching decisions being made lightning fast, way past your comprehension of what you're usually used to playing.
Well, here's the funny thing too. When you look at the last time that these two teams met, we talked about it a bit. It was Toronto and it was PRX coming out with a 2-0 win. And PRX's form, amazing. Won the tournament, everything looking great. You dial back the clock a little and look at more historic matchups. G2 usually had the edge in this match because they were the team that slowed the pace down and PRX just ended up feeding into them. The problem right now with playing slowly into PRX is they are so good currently. That style doesn't work anymore. They make such intelligent timing decisions, and their players are shooting so heavy. The form is so good. Good luck playing slow against them. It's really, really tough. I mean, you've seen that with Fnatic, for example.
This year's certainly been the evolution of PRX as a team. TP forward into the one-way. That is spam into that. No, expecting the play.
They are really ready for that. It's a flash into a haunt play, but Joe goes down anyway.
Opening the door will force them to concede a bit of space up, but PRX is going to be happy with the early pick.
Jorgamo's ultimate would have been the thing to win this round. Probably one of the tools that Josh RT was talking about.
Oh, if you go back into Jing here, you're going to be in trouble. Drone needs to be broken. It needs to be broken, and it is. He has that showstopper close quarters. Choose to activate it now. Players are scurrying, but against the back wall. That's mincemeat made of Fallon. Jonah P, an attempt to answer that back straight away. Stun's going to be ricocheting, but a smoke in your face. It's a blockade that's put up in front of G2.
It's really annoying being Jing and thinking about the fact that that drone can take away your ult at any time, but when it's used like that to flush out a corner and it's broken, just opens the door for PRX's Raze.
Free game.
And this round, I can't imagine it going the way of G2 now. In a 3v4.
A lot will have to go right here, but Divide is already making sure that any sort of hurdles and obstacles are dealt with necessarily at that. Still G2 finding their mark.
Gak ada suara ya, kampret. Kembali lagi bersama kita di Bloods.
Scatters forwards, only the one tag, they don't know where something is there, but it's all being covered as well. Hell of an awareness and the Seas connects.
5-2, PRX 5, G2 2 di map Lotus. Oke, ternyata dari tadi belum gua nyalain mic-nya ya.
It's electric stuff from the professor.
Nah, gini.
And of course, the round where it looks like G2 might be down and out in a 2v4 scenario, they pull it back through. And there's an example of keeping guns out and punishing PRX when they choose to take these opportunities. Here's Jing taking things into a 5v3, but it's these two kills here. Jing and something contesting this B plant. Nice! Because they don't hit their shots, because G2 are ready for them. The round flips on its head. And G2 draw things level again. And now they've got a chance of using this Euro ult.
Have a big fight taken. Half of the course so far for PRX. They'd love to be inserting, taking that robber control early. G2 though, they speed it up again. Noise heard, picking out a bit of that util, seeing where the thorns are. There's still a wall in your face, but Jorgamo's got all that space for free. Salvas in a one-way deep CT control. Name of the game already called for. What a snap to the head. Straight his way, that door's going to be opening up. This is PRX trying to apply that pressure, but Jonah P covering the angles. He cracks some weaknesses, but his back is currently open towards it. Something lurking up and around the pit. Gonna let them try and get involved and get back in again, but Jorgamo's still just dominating the extremities. And the pit now, insurmountable is what it feels like in a 2v4, especially with the operator in something's hand. They already give it up.
Yeah, you don't even have 2 rifles to be spamming in there and hoping that you get a kill on somebody. I think Patman needed to win that fight. Prowler into the face of, was it Jorg or Valiant? I can't even remember at this point, but...
Jorg and CT.
Yeah, pushed up deep into spawn. I mean, if you're not going to be winning that duel when he's having to contest a Prowler, then you don't have too much avenue back into the round. I think these set-piece rounds on attack side have looked the best for G2. In terms of one team getting clean advantages over the other, the prep difference is here for G2. If you think back to the pistol, if you're looking at that round as well, there's been another couple sprinkled in the middle too. These are moments where G2 are able to get advantages over and above PRX. And I think big credit to the coaching staff for recognizing these kind of openings and opportunities.
Oh, spawn, oh my gosh. Yeah, it is.
One more round left to be played in this half. I mean, it has just been rapid, beginning to end.
They're going into Forsaken this time. Oh no, not even. Worried a little bit there about the way that Forsaken was playing towards Mound. G2 give it up.
Oh my god, man!
Buset, something.
Have a day off.
Itu dia. Something Tagalog.
Something at this point in the year?
No.
Not happening.
It's not happening. No, he's really bringing it. In that head-to-head, this Jorg and something are heating up. 12 kills for Jorgum, I believe 11 for something at this point. Ult even popped off as well, getting a bit of extra information, but a TP back again. It's just something heavy Prio to get mid-round information for his team. And okay, as the smokes dissipate and just fade away, it's an open silent and open fight. Devi's going to be gone. Back to the spectator seats, 4v4, something consistency there with the operator. Jorgum wants to try and take the fight straight to him, but again, PRX, they're just fighting at every single side. It's never an easy fight, pestering them from every single angle. PRX are all over the place right now. With every fight going their way, it leaves it to Jorgen at 1v3, but it's looking inevitable. It's looking like an evened up half, 6-6. Could we have it any other way?
What a brilliant way of opening playoffs. And what a gorgeous adjustment towards the end there from PRX. Forsaken flanking out through Mount. An ultimate comes out from something giving them all of the info as to where G2 were ending. So even though they got an opportunity to go into A, hit by a fade ult, flanked, you got no hope, no chance. PRX tie things up at the half.
Absolutely too.
And what a promise of an incredible second half here on Lotus.
It's already delivering. Two best teams in their respective regions really clashing hard. We're going to get a bit of a breather now as well. I'm going to send it down to the floor. Lewis standing by with some very special guests.
Un visage familier, le cousin d'Alex m'a rejoint, Titouan, PRX. Alex' cousin just joined me for an interview. Bonjour, Alex, welcome. Bonjour, Titouan, welcome, of course, to Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you've been following your cousins, you know, esports career for a while now. So my first question is he a better player or a better coach? Est-ce que tu trouves, du coup, que ton cousin est un meilleur joueur ou plutôt un meilleur coach?
Je pense qu'il est allé plus loin en tant que coach qu'en tant que joueur. Et puis, quand on connaît son niveau sur Valorant en jeu, il est bien derrière l'écran de coach.
Derrière ses joueurs, effectivement. So yeah, I think his career has been brighter as a coach than as a player, of course. And I think, yeah, his players are just too good for him to catch back. And the second question I wanted to ask you is, even though Alex spent his whole life in Singapore, he still has that French blood in him, right? So, you know, what is the most French thing that he has in his behavior? Donc pour toi, c'est quoi le trait le plus français de ton cousin Alex?
Je pense que ça peut se voir à la caméra. Il passe sur lui. Il peut être vocal. Il sait se plaindre de ses joueurs. Et puis aussi, je pense qu'il aime bien manger.
He likes the French food, of course. He likes eating, and of course we can see it on camera. He's pretty nervous sometimes. You know, he gets also very vocal. So I think that's a pretty good presentation of your cousin. And now let's see if that French buff can carry PRX on this map of Lotus. See you.
Wih, Bang, thank you Bang, udah lilac ya. Bang siapa nih, Bang Santi?
Any advantage that either of these teams can get, I think they're going to be taken at this point because they are neck and neck.
Bang Santi Tasibuan.
Breakneck pace that's really just been occurring on either side here. 6-6 between these two teams. Anyone's game. And let's take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. Honestly, a lot to delve into here, but why not? Let's take a look at Devi. He's been real impactful player, to be honest.
Nonton Valo mulu nih bang. Oh iya bang, jelas bang, ini tim gacor ini bang. PRX bang, gila. Parah kalau nggak ditonton ini. Gue udah telat ini BTW ini nontonnya nih. Udah skor 5 sama. Belum setup ganti tuh dilihat-lihat. Masih sama bang, cuman kita beda view aja bang. Masih sama bang.
Forsaken even the big three who are going to be entering and fighting on the attack side, trying to
biar nggak bosan aja bang.
And a team that was doing quite poorly when it came to pistol rounds across stage 2, but winning anyway.
Begitu.
And now at this event, yeah, kind of crushing. And it looks like there's going to be an enormous scrap towards B.
It's all gearing up, isn't it? Skirmish cord 4.
RX nih gila. Jangan sampai kalah. Ini kalau kalah nggak masuk ke final champion masalahnya ini bang. Kasus ini bang.
Did you blink? Did you go away to get a snack during the halftime? You missed it.
You probably did. Yeah.
I mean, that is another perfectly predicted. Round 1, G2's coaching staff.
Bisa jadi ini ada map ketiga sih soalnya playoff.
Round 13, they predict PRX going for pretty much the same thing and destroy them. If they lose this map now after winning double pistol, I mean, you can't blame Josh.
No. But also, did the first one count? I mean, PRX immediately eked them back. So.
Well, they might do it again, Brett.
They might do it again.
They've got the exact same buy, pretty much. 4 classics and then Jing with a sheriff instead of a ghost.
It's relentless here. Look at this, already straight through the smokes, and you see Jorgemo taking that first
Buset,
point.
Jorgemo gila banget. Force kan mau
already catching on to something as well. He was trying to TP his way all the way in, watching for it with a frenzy. From
Buset.
that kind of range.
A medium range frenzy spray transfer.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
Why not?
He's been getting tips from Jorg.
I've seen it all now.
I mean, they're good with the
Belum sengaja ini masih di pur ini sama PRX nih.
The frenzy's not been in the meta too much recently, but
it's different on LAN apparently.
Yeah. Well, a cleaner follow-up there from G2. So now they're the ones with a little bit of opportunity to run away with this one. Jing, on a crucial eco swing round, is going to pick up a judge here. They might be able to read into this because he had a sheriff in the previous round, but where's he going to take it?
Flash forward is going to be broken. Jorgemo, he's not messing around. That's 2 shots to the chest. Something done.
Superstar player from PRX. People looking at him as maybe the best player in the world right now. He's not going to get a chance in this round. PRX really need a win here.
Bring them down.
Already losing 1 player early. Never ideal.
Drone comes out and re-clears over towards Rubble. Just looking for a lurker that might be in this kind of spot. Valorant not receiving reinforcements just yet, but now Jorgemo hits his gate crash, and G2 start to reinforce over towards C and B.
Spotting that one, Jonah P. No way is he winning that one. Stinger in hand against the rifle.
Very fraudulent America's moment.
Yeah, and even picks up the upgrade as well while he's at it. PRX are looking to go back in his direction, I think, to get the gun back for Jing, but there is another one dropped down, courtesy of Devi. So.
I think Jonah spotted 2 there out of the 3 players. And Leaf's position on B is so difficult to clear. This corner just gets mega value every time.
Tucked up deep here, we're going to see the double satchel play. Jing's forwards, skip past this one. Silence is going to be spotted! And the bodies just line up for him, Jing! It's 2 eviscerated in the blink of an eye, and a forward approach now into that site. Heaven angle. It's not really contended, and it's not really smoked off here. I mean, stunned with a ricochet, trying to peek this one forward again with the fights to be taken. G2, they win it like that.
Taking a page out of PRX's book, pressuring the plant there just as it was going down. That stun from Trent is immaculate, isn't it? Lands onto the player defending the planter, and they come in swooping together.
No one from PRX really covering it as well. I mean, listen, I can't fault them. My mouth's barely keeping up with the gameplay itself, so listen. Well, the fact that they're still playing towards it.
Yeah, well, that's what I think has been most evident from this match, is that G2 actually look like the faster team.
Yeah.
If you had to, average out all of the rounds and decisions being made, normally PRX are head and shoulders above everyone. There are almost no teams that play quicker than PRX does. And that doesn't mean speed to get the plant down or they always run fast rounds, but they just make a lot of decisions per moment of the match. And here, G2 are preempting what they're doing and managing to stay 1 step ahead. And they've got an opportunity to start snowballing this half. Winning the pistol round and a bonus is pretty major. This is a tactical timeout coming out here from PRX. I am interested to see how much Mini's talking in these kind of moments. Seems like at the moment he's just staying quiet, letting the big boss Alex give most of the feedback to the team. It is cool seeing Mini there in person. I believe it's the first time he's traveled with the team. He's been doing remote work for them at previous events, but maybe it's going to be a curse bringing him on site. I mean, you won the tournament last time by leaving him at home, so...
Yeah, definitely would hope not. 3-round difference, though, between these two teams, but at the pace that is being played at, it could steadily, quite quickly, get away from you, I think. So that's why we're calling for the pause. PRX tactical intervention.
Very early in the half.
Yeah.
And maybe just addressing the speed, the style that G2 are playing. It's possible that PRX were expecting G2 to play more set retakes, slightly slower look.
Over the top. Quite broken, so that's going to be a big reveal onto at least 2 players. Spotted, jump spot as well. Reveals a hand of Leaf that he's working with that Outlaw. A lot of full armor buys as well on the side of PRX. Very aware of the way that G2 like to play and now getting a bit of a move on. That herd and pack mentality. Laying claim to most of the A site, chewing it up here. G2 just leaving it vacated. Again, the jump spots.
They're trying to bait a shot. So
very aware.
Trying to bait a shot so the Jing can go up.
Whoa! Just barely a head poking up towards the top. Vulnerability. Doesn't even matter at a point like that. Still just trying to pick them apart from the sides. It's a gun picked up along the way and just running and gunning, spraying away. Jorgamo deals with Divide. All up to Forsaken now. Salvo at your feet. There's nowhere to really stand.
G2,
take a fair fight there.
G2 do look great here. In terms of the prep that they've come in with, the way that they're playing off each other, the harassment of PRX as they come into the site.
Planted.
Even Valen's position, willing to take that risk and dip down into pit in an anti-eco and gets rewarded for it.
Waduh, kebantai gini bro, 9.
Kill turns the head, allows the player that killed him to be traded. That's Jing, who got up to a showstopper. PRX need around here because G2 are starting to run away with things. Pretty similar, though opposite, to their clash in Toronto where things were neck and neck coming out of the first half. And then it felt like G2 ran out of stamina. I love this exact.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Double satchel over towards the top.
But you throw the smoke high in the air, so it becomes a cover for Jing as he double blast packs up, and then he can take the fight afterwards.
TP into the backside of A. PRX always coming out with the cool ideas. Forward to get the angle.
This round there's a flank play happening as well. And Devi's going to be watching for it. Forsaken also challenging here.
Pixel angle. Forsaken faded out by the first player. Takes off Valen's head as a result of it. Now Ward's going to be tripped and that double face does overwhelm. It's going to be a quick call out though. Pacman looking to see if he can contain as well. Needs some help as well. Calling for reinforcements and a bit of backup. And that is a TP behind you. It is
Waduh.
And he's not stopping there. Damage done, but in a flip of a coin, it's all turned on its head. PRX
6-10 anjrit.
And themselves up into this 1v2. Forsaken. Quick cleanup. 4 kills for him.
He has saved them off camera there. We're watching Jorgamo pull out outrageous stuff over towards Rubble, really giving PRX a taste of their own chaotic medicine. And meanwhile, in the background, Forsaken has just gone to work, soldiering away, taking down player after player. That's a 2v4, I think, technically. Maybe a 3v3, but Forsaken team captain IGL bailing them out when it mattered the most.
Desperately needed it, like you said. Needed it most there. PRX looking to send it flying forwards once more. Salvo's, though, an adjustment called for here by G2. Looking to really fight this one forwards with a lot of util in the process, but Trent beamed down through the smokes. Still, bullets are going to be rattling forwards, and with that showstopper, you are no more. Jing paving the way to success. And the rest of his team can follow him straight through. Jorgamo looking to answer back rapidly at that, but still shut down with a bullet to the dome.
That's incredible awareness there from PRX, dodging the flash. Valen would have to go huge.
Lying
this
in
would
wait.
be monstrous.
But dissipates though, and the player's just not lined up for him. It's up to Leaf now. 1v3.
One of the first rounds where we've seen teams actually clash over towards Rubble. PRX come out on top with all of their beautiful ideas.
Okay, let's go. Ayo PRX, let's go lah. Bantai.
It's a wild off angle.
It's so off angle, isn't it?
Oh!
Just
What the fuck, man?
micro flick. Forsaken.
Micro flick.
Doing backflips in the spawn. Leaves it to 1v2. Like you said, Silverline would be ults being forced out and pulled out of these PRX players. They've got this one locked down. A lot of damage done. Leaf anticipating a reswing from a different angle and position, but at some point has to expect it. Time's still starting to tick though. Options very much limited, and now an unwinnable spot to play in.
Bantingan anak muda tuh. Sebrebet.
Bit of damage to the economy while he's at it.
Nice.
I really like the way that PRX take rubber control in rounds like this. So, like I said, Forsaken throws this smoke that starts high up in the air, and it actually obscures Jing when he jumps in. And then the smoke lands on the floor and lets Jing take these fights up and over the top. It's really difficult to stop. And because Jing's not been ripping Showstopper as soon as he gets it, it's hard to anticipate which rounds he's going to be playing in. And so Jonah P just gets stuck there inside tree, not anticipating Jing coming in. A huge round from PRX's Raze, and still with 4 other ults to play with.
Pulling this one back, one round at a time. Ults are going to be used on either side though. Hit to lock off C.
They didn't clear!
He didn't clear it, Valin! Just tucked into the corner, nice and tight and pretty there. He's going to be able to find it a little bit more, but something with some information. Backs up and will respect it.
I mean, a bait and switch play is one thing, but against a Yoru ultimate? That's just a big mistake from something.
Left them at a disadvantage now. PRX. Now 4v5.
Jonah is so committed.
Hyper committed. He's got no real backup as well. No help to help him out. That wall's on cooldown. Needs it up ASAP. Nades are flying forwards along with the bullets. Surely he doesn't survive this. He's trying to counter-spam them all the way back. And Jonah P gets out.
That's incredible. Good support from the rest of his team to get Jonah out in that position, but it's got to feel disastrous on the side of PRX. You've somehow been left in the 3v5 at the back of all of this.
Coming out drone for a bit of information there. Containment is the name of the game for G2. Not letting anything slip here, even committing ults into their own. Still a 3v5, respect shown. Salvos.
Planted.
Off the mark, doesn't deny the plant. That's going to be an extension into the round. PRX still have a way back into this one. Battering against them, that Ayuta's flying forwards, but killed in their name. Nightfall now, scatters forwards. Jing, he's even collected a few of his own. And just like that, it's a 3v3. Players are noted. Drop down into pit, the C's to try and cut off these angles. Steel Garden even being offloaded here with no weaponry to work with. It all comes down to the sidearms. Valin dismisses Patman, brings it into that 2v2, but time is ticking. It's getting away from them. The Thorns delay it. TP in. Valin's looking to try and get at least a bit of a tap onto it. Damage through the box. Satchel over the top, but it's all Divine feed. Fills it up now, and 1 round is all the PRX are behind by.
I was worried at the start of that round. PRX have been saving these ultimates so much because they're trying to use them in post-plant situations. But they lost players really early on. A 3v5 that they managed to turn with those ults. The Fade, the Vice, huge value once they saved them into that position, but there are always chances that you just lose the early skirmishes and you're in a spot where you don't even want to... You don't even think it's winnable even with ults in hand. That one saved. An economy broken now for G2. So that is the perfect round for PRX to clutch from the jaws of defeat. They have, however, expended their big ult bank. They had a lot of ults to work with. The Yoru ult didn't get much value. Thankfully, Divine Patman did. But now things are going to start going back in the other direction towards G2's favor. As soon as they get their guns online, assuming that there's no thrifties happening and the score level's out at 10 to 10, that's when you're looking towards the Fade ult, maybe the Taeho ult starting to come online. So PRX still with a little bit of an uphill battle here, despite the fact they've won 3 in a row to get back in this game. There's more to be done.
Certainly is.
Now we win.
As you were saying, at least the money's on their side for now.
How many thrifties have we seen this game?
Too many. Too many. We expected, I think, the caliber of these two teams, but...
Especially when you got Stinger Merchants on one side as well, and PRX winning rounds with even just classics, just all bunched up fighting together. This round it's about dodging the threat that Leaf has with the Judge, I think.
Simple take towards Mound, and now sending it even flying further forwards, anticipating!
Well, that's not gonna do it!
Oh my goodness!
Waduh, diborong gitu.
What the fuck? Judge swing around to the side, something really being tested from this spot, and helped out. His team starting to billow out of the main choke point now, getting a bit of a move on it. Reaction time test from Jorg. Fails it for now with that Sheriff. Might get another chance to do it though. So Nightfall even being committed. G2 feeling like this is winnable. TP is going to be broken there from Valent. A lot of ults committed on the side of G2, but a pause called for here by PRX, looking to see if they can buy their time, weather the storm. They should back out. They do have that weapon advantage.
They're putting so much pressure on these PRX players before they can put the plant down.
Well, for a bit of a calm moment now. A lull.
3 melawan 3.
The PRX might have left. There's still 40 seconds in the round, and G2 have just thrown every piece of util, hoping that PRX would take the bait and go for the team fight.
Belum di plan.
A tap of the door.
PRX melakukan fake ke B
Valent is to play with a rifle.
dan plan di
Risks to be
C.
taken for sure if they want a chance to get back in. The weapons
4 melawan 3.
not on the side overall here for G2. Plant down as well for PRX.
9-10.
Cement themselves into post-plant positions.
Valent's going to get given an aim fight at some point. PRX better hope to win it.
Something's heads on a swivel here. One step past the smoke,
timing.
but just waiting for the right time to strike.
Oh shit.
Bullets going straight
Wow,
towards him.
bantingan anak muda dan something kita lihat di sini. Boom, oh shit.
His hands, but
Nice.
yeah, overwhelmed there. Something. Got it all handled. 10-10. That's what it's been brought to.
Good patience there from PRX.
Nice, nice. 9 sama. 10 sama. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Could have gone over to the rest of the map. Divine wins a really critical 1v1 against Valent as something cleans the rest of the kills up. I said the key in this round was avoiding Leaf, and he instantly got 2. But PRX again dig themselves out of a hole.
Where are they?
Now though, weapons back up for G2. They did use that fade ult though, so ults very even across the board.
Spam down, a bit of bullet tags into the leg of Jing. Doesn't do him in, but it's a lot of damage to contest with, and Jorgen's just sitting there with the off.
Dipantek aja oleh jauh gemo.
Looking to contest. A lot of damage
Sampai
through the wall.
kebingungan, ada beredelan dari Odin.
Dodging and juking for now. Still alive
Odin
and
spray
kicking.
Odin. Something udah low banget. Langsung aja di heal.
Divine. That's an insane shot.
What a pre-fire from Divine. He knows that Leaf loves hanging around on that angle. Somehow Leaf survives. Gets a little bit of door frame between him and the bullet.
Oh enggak, tadi kena
Great migration.
ininya
PRX
fade
making
ya.
away over towards C. And I know the damage
Makanya
comes to
darahnya
Leaf,
turun.
so he's not going to be playing.
Langsung
as
aja fast
aggressively.
rotate. Agak nggak fast sih. Mengendap-endap rotate ke C dari PRX. Kita lihat di sini. Tapi gitu sudah memprediksi bahwa PRX menuju ke C ya.
A lot of util being used here, but to no real avail.
Langsung aja fast rotate.
Elsewhere on the map, so
Membuat huru hara di C. PRX membuat huru hara di C dan membuka portal di B untuk mengecoh dan untuk membubarkan masa dari G2 langsung balik lagi ke A. Pas langsung di W Gaming dirasanya karena waktu pun sudah waktu merah, harus segera plan. Kalau nggak dapet waktu untuk plan, dan spek jatuh kita lihat di sini dibantai pakai Odin. 1 melawan 5. PRX tidak bisa menerabas defend dari gitu. Davai harus segera saving karena tidak punya dia.
This one perhaps a bit too simple there for Jonah B. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, no threat coming towards B in the mid round. No real risk that there was going to be a repop on the C site.
Waduh.
Thankfully for PRX, it hasn't broken their economy
11-10 di sini kita lihat. Makin krusial, tapi PRX harus saving. Kalau dia kalah di round ini, yang dimana skor menjadi 12-10. Jadi PRX harus bisa menang. Langsung aja di rush B-nya oleh PRX. Dar. Oke, let's go. Langsung aja didapetin setnya, tapi belum di plan. Belum di plan, akhirnya di plan oleh Batman PRX. PRX langsung mendapatkan set B dan lalu. Dan posisinya masih belum dapat positioning yang belum dapat, tapi dibantai oleh Batman. Batman dapat 2 di sini. Kita lihat Jing udah prepare untuk di mana nih. Sepertinya gitu harus saving karena dia megang operator. Karena jika operator ini diambil oleh PRX, ini bakal berbahaya, apalagi dipakai untuk sama something. Tapi Jing mencari, nggak dibiarin Seping sama Jing. Tapi kita lihat di sini siapa yang akan keculik, apakah PRX atau gitu. Tapi ternyata lebih baik saling Seping. Tapi mendapatkan skor jadi 11 sama. Mantap. Itu dia away game. Sebelah sama, skor kejar-kejaran. PRX berhasil mengejar skornya dari 10-6 menjadi 11 sama saat ini. Langsung aja di rush, langsung Jing, langsung fast entry menuju set A, tapi di absen oleh jauh gemu dari gitu. Kita lihat di sini langsung saja OP blasting, wallbang pakai Odin. Oh shit, jauh gemu mendapat 2 menggunakan operator di sini. Kita bung lihat, aduh bahaya banget. Aduh, 3 melawan 5. Darah dari G2 belum terlihat, belum terkena sedikit pun, belum tergores sedikit pun, masih 100 semuanya. Plus shieldnya jadi 150 semuanya. Shit, oh gila, 2 set per second, ngeflick, gila tuh, 90 derajat, ngeflick, anjir. Has had a bit of a whiff, but this one might punish them the most. Cedak, langsung aja fast rotate ke C. Tapi di situ udah banyak pemain G2, langsung dipotong, langsung buru-buru G2 untuk meng-save headcheck. Plan sudah ditancapkan, tapi di sini something nyayur, somethingnya ini enggak ada yang tahu. Ini buset. Set, gila. Ini gak ada yang aware anjir. Padahal udah ada yang satu tuh. Kena planknya dari something, kita lihat. Oh shit. Menjadi 3 melawan 1. Jauh gemo harus saving. Kalau enggak bahaya banget. Bahaya banget. Oh shit. Bahaya banget karena G2 harus saving kali ini di skor 12-11, di mana PRX lebih unggul ya. Dan 1 skor lagi untuk PRX untuk memenangkan pertandingan di Lotus ini. Gila loh, nge-whip. Getar tuh udah tuh. Gimana kagak getar, Cok? Sebelumnya di atas awan ya kan, tinggal 3 skor lagi menang, tiba-tiba di comebackin gitu, 11 sama. Dan sekarang PRX unggul 12-11. Langsung aja di ulti sama PRX, something nyari info menggunakan ulti, langsung aja ngecek tree-nya ada nggak, di A ada berapa, kosong katanya. Oh shit, oh my god, udah ditungguin, semoga nggak blunder. Oh shit, kenceng banget tuh. Saya kan nyari info jiggle di sini. Sengaja. Oh shit, nice. Langsung PRX memutuskan untuk retaking. 3 melawan 4. Nyayur. Oh shit. Aduh, udah di plan. Oh nice. Nggak jadi. Half di press. Oke, let's go. Nice. Gila, comeback, Cok. Gila, di comebackin, Cok. Nice. Lotus dimenangkan oleh PRX. Nice, PRX. Ente untuk G2. Gila loh, dari 10-6, Cok. Cuma dikasih skor 1 lagi G2. Pasran ya, berat kata ya. Selalu begitu dah. Bikin ngeri emang kalau nonton PRX. bisa dari 11-2. Ya kan, yang dimana tuh udah kayak nggak ada harapan gitu kan. Anjir, kalah 11-2. Gimana caranya tuh bisa dapat skor 13? Tapi nggak ada yang nggak mungkin buat PRX ya. Gila, keren. GG. Next map dari Korode. Korode map.
System updated. We will dance to get. The future of money is here.
Tuh, Coinbase tuh. Mantap tuh.
With VALORANT, if you want to win, you have to win against the best. So looking for revenge.
Yang udah pulang siapa? Sih? RRQ udah pulang. Fanatik dulu. Gila, Aimlabs duitnya dari mana ya? Dia selalu sponsor utama VALORANT anjir. Sedangkan tuh gamenya free ya anjir. Wah, abis ini Fanatik. What the fuck man? Malam yang panjang sepertinya ya. Abis PRX main, Fanatik main tuh dua tim gua tuh. Beat. Mantap habis PRX, Fanatik. DRX sih gila DRX ini. Masih ada 2 menit, yang mau bikin kopi, mau beli kopi, monggo. Yang mau ngapain serah. BTW. BTW, ini ada ini sih kapan ya? Ininya apa kan pemilihan playoff-nya ya? Jangan-jangan gua telat nih. Aduh, update lagi VALORANT. Jangan lupa ngudut, sebelum ngudut itu dilarang. Aduh, ya elah udah jam 9 lagi gua mau beli tuh. Apa sih itu tempat tutupnya cepet banget, jam 9 udah tutup anjing lah. Satu kosong. Iya nggak sih, udah nggak sih, gak usah ada map ketiga, langsung aja bantai 2-0 gitu. Fanatik 2-0 lawan DRX, PRX 2-0 lawan G2, ya nggak sih? G2 from America. PCT America. PRX from Asia Pacific. PCT Asia Pacific.
Jen here with Alex of PRX. Now, Alex, congratulations
Alex
on Lotus.
Simanjuntak.
Now, this matchup was pretty much interesting because we had the clash of styles. Very slow, methodical style from G2, and of course, PRX's W Gaming. And it was important for PRX to be in control of the pace, not to let G2 dictate the pace of how the game was gonna go. So, in that sense, how much of a nuisance was that Teho for you?
Yeah, I mean, we had to play around it because we're not used to Teho. But we spent a lot of time watching front plays. I think we dealt with it very well. I think it was okay for us.
So far, no rage from you. So, is it Mini kind of mellowing you out, or?
I'm a little bit afraid to reach in front of him. I think he's got way more trophies than anyone else. So.
Still no rage, no rage.
I'm kidding. They play very well, so no reason to complain.
Right. Hopefully that keeps happening in the second map. Thank you.
Yuk langsung aja
No
yuk.
rage for Coach Alex. No rage at all, and he's got Mini there.
Langsung aja nggak sih?
You know, menos por menos is más. Like
Oh,
minus,
kita lihat dulu nih,
equals
lihat dulu.
plus.
Yeah.
I think it's the same situation because I was like, oh my god, Alex and Mini, it's going to be insane in that coaching booth. But there was just smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of reasons.
Two negatives don't make a positive. Or wait, but that would be the.
Oh, betapa anjing. Aduh, sinyal gue merah ini. IndiHome kenapa ya? Tapi nge-lag gak sih? Ah shit. What the shit? Upload gue merah tuh. Gila. Masa bisa sampai 0 KB, cok? Nggak jelas Valorant. IndiHome tai. Ini gimana ini? Kuronami no Yaiba. Shit. Aduh. Ini kenapa anjing? Valorant apa ini anjing? Aduh ini berapa nih? 800.000 cok. Gimana gue bisa dapetin 800.000 dengan cepat? Aduh kenapa ini suara begini anjing? Wait apa? Wait, gue cuma mau ngecekin ini. Ya, telat gua, cok. Ah, shit lah. Kenapa ya ini? Buset, suaranya kenapa begitu anjing? Tai lah. Ya, telat gua picknya, cok. Kuronami gimana?
It just came down to 5v.
Kenapa nih?
So
It's not happening.
They're gonna do a normal double.
They're doing a normie comp, bro.
Let's go.
Lotus, guys. Okay, double
Let's go.
For the side of PRX, we just saw the something versus Job, literally the same composition that they run in Lotus, right?
Yeah, watch on the attack side how G2 will give, but then retake mid control. I think this is what you were highlighting in your telly. It's very good with that Teo drone to get info and then missile C's to retake. But PRX, they're coming out of the blue with a new comp here and a chance to 2-0 this series.
I want to see how many shenanigans we're going to see here for the side of PRX. How much this map was actually prepared coming into this
map kedua, Korode.
Excellent question there, Bay. I'm sure we're going to find out in just a second. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Brendan Sideshow for map 2.
What a bitter back and forth that first map was, and now we head into Corode, and like the Destins would have been talking about, discussing this one. We're going to be full, I mean, React Andy, I think, really, with the composition, seeing how PRX play this one. It is a mirror their Lotus comp.
Yeah, it's mad that this is the second time ever that we've seen G2 play this comp, and the first time ever that we've seen PRX play this comp. And this was also G2's worst map, and yet they've picked it here after just getting that one win. Apparently just copying over their Lotus comp, but not even
PRX
on it. They just sent it worked, and now they're playing it again here. This is going to be mad. A lot of it is going to come down to what Kakuka was saying. How practiced does it look? How much time and attention have PRX put into this map? Behind the scenes in scrims.
Jing has a Sheriff. Big group up of players.
It's a 4-player stack.
Langsung aja di sini pertama PRX defend, tapi kayak attacker langsung di press. G2 attacker.
All nooks and crannies are cleared out here, and everyone moving away from this one. There's no presence in mid here from PRX.
Nggak ada yang lihat di mid.
All this space given up for free, but eventually spotted out now. Something. A couple of strays, swings and shots that he's going to be popping off. Prowler in his face. At some point, maybe forced to respect this one. Oh my god, that's damage done. Traded out though. G2 still get themselves in.
4 lawan 4. Tapi G2 berhasil nge-plan.
Maintained by Divide, making sure to hold on to control of that area.
Tapi langsung di press aja.
Divide's position here is really nice to help PRX on the retake.
Just spotting the head poking up. Really waiting this one out, but hearing a lot of presence forwards.
Salvo used early.
Paranoia has to be dodged to the one side. Stun used as a response of that. Prowler alongside it. Time starting to be a bit of a difference maker. Damage done on the side of PRX. They are absolutely dishing it out now. Not giving it any easy fight. Any easy fight whatsoever. Calm and collected is the way that pistol round goes for PRX in the retake.
Devi's position ended up being the pivotal key.
It was everything.
Yeah. Trent used all of his utility keeping back those players from the link position, and then it almost felt like Jorg and Valid forgot about Devi over there. I'd like to see G2 more proactively try to fight for positioning in the post plan. Forsaken also threw a smoke towards the end there that wasn't even on the spike, so we might see some wobbly stuff happening in this map. We don't know really where Corode lands in either of these teams' map pools anymore. Was towards the bottom of G2's, but clearly feeling decent about it. I mean, picked it here.
That's purely off the smoke timing. Sim takes a peek, takes some shots, and same can be said for Batman. Spectre in hand. Forsaken, so damn eager to get involved.
Si Jing dapat aja through the smoke.
Just be walking straight into the sidelines here, but it's all managed. Everybody's going to be expecting those fights to be taken here on the side of PRX as well. Ensuring that the guns go into the next round 3.
Di pistol round.
So bonus opportunity for PRX. The composition that they're running, I mean, it's allowing them at the moment to stack really heavier towards sights. You saw them on the pistol, put 4 players on A to begin. And just leaving Devi with his Vice Util to hold B alone.
Masih banyak.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do some aggressive stuff here.
Masih banyak dan masih jauh, masih 2-0.
Get something pushed deep. Looks like B might be where he's looking to try to contest.
Got a judge, man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild. Tucking into
this
corner.
They
were flash haunting this every time.
Oh, this could get deadly. This could get dangerous. There's
no way.
Just the one before he gets out.
How's he found the timing quicker than the haunt landed? Jonah P didn't even wait for the haunt. Or rather, sorry, Jorg didn't wait for Jonah P's haunt.
Just expecting that they would respect it, I think.
Keras B-nya untuk dapetin set B. Kita lihat di sini. Tapi Batman udah siap-siap di sini. Kita lihat.
Waiting with the C's.
Batman
different backdoors here. I mean, he's worried about mid. Still lands a shot. Jinx there following up on top of it. He gets another. Following with the TP. Cheeky enough, but it's all being watched for, and this is a bonus conversion. Waiting in the wings now. I mean, PRX could not have got off to a better start here.
Udah langsung
mengecilin
mapnya ya. Di situ samping udah nunggu.
Showing no signs of.
It's a crazy decision for something to tuck himself into a corner that 100% of the time G2's flash won't clear that. But he finds
G2 masih kelabakan, G2 masih mencari positioning, mencari control map.
To just catch onto Jorgamo. And then also, I'm fine with Jonah Pete going for that switch. Because he catches Patman with Util in his hand, but Patman is so fast to react and respond.
Big dagger? No.
That's devastating. First map, it was all going well for G2. The pistol rounds looked excellent from them. They also got
G2 mulai
huge amounts
kepusingan
of first
bagaimana
kills.
cara
In terms of the theory, I can understand why Josh is saying we only need to make some small adjustments and we would have won that. Jorg and Leaf on their own together were 12-3 in first kill to first death, which is ridiculous. That's absurd. That is utterly monstrous from Jorgamo and Leaf. Now, of those rounds, though, PRX won a third of the rounds where they were down in a 4v5.
Even more ridiculous.
That's ludicrous.
Tapi biasanya ini hanya awal bagi PRX
And I mean, you watched it happen.
Ntar kalau udah 7 mulai kendor dikit ibarat kata.
Big clutch rounds where they were able to really peel away with it.
And what it led to was that PRX won a large majority, actually, of the gun rounds.
Kata istirahat, ngecil-ngecil.
2/3 of the gun rounds went over towards PRX. So they were able to come through despite losing double pistol. Now here, G2 have put themselves in a hole really early on. So this is going to be a very difficult one for them to get themselves out of.
Yeah, how do you dig yourself out?
I guess you would be expecting this map to still go defense-sided. But a lot of my expectations about Corrode are being challenged here at Champs, as we get the different regions' ideas matching up against each other. The double duelist, for example, that Pacific are running a lot of, does seem to do pretty damn well on the attack side.
Tremendous amounts of success across the board.
Gotta say, too, in general, I don't think I'm that much of a fan of PRX's comp. I think the Raze is worse than the Waylay or the Neon, but I've no doubt that it's comfortable territory for Jing, and he's going to make it look good at some point.
Sometimes that's all that matters, really, is ensuring that the comp is comfortable. Trying to force the meta fit doesn't bode well for a lot of teams.
If you're PRX, play some wacky stuff. It's,
but usually, I mean, the wacky stuff is leaning into their wheelhouse, right? It's roles that they want to play that they're comfortable with.
Did you play the Yoru Waylay on Haven? Jing looking to take a fight down mid against this drone. Risky, very risky. Don't want to give a gun away here.
It's only 30 seconds left for G2 to play with. A lot of Util's been pulled out of them early.
Oh, he's heard that.
Yeah, TP.
Actually, he might not have done. He's not calling for the full rotate.
At this point, it should be very obvious. Dafai! Stalwart defender. The one to try and lock this one down, and he's being precise as anything, just trying to look off the heads. Away from the shoulders, 15 seconds left, double face in the end here. The TP into the back line, that's the timing that was unanticipated, yet still with the shots. Leaf is raining down lead upon them, laying down. Shot after shot. These are hammering blows, and it's brought G2 into a 1v2.
But they don't know where something is.
That's what something has got to play with in this spot right here, but against a sharp aim of Trent, not quite doable. So just like that.
That's a criminal round again.
Yeah.
Because I think Dafai did so much here. Double contesting, slowing down massively, which plays Jing and Forsaken into the site. And yet, Leaf is just on a heater. Hits 3 fantastically crisp shots with the Sheriff. And steals a MasterCard Thrifty away from PRX.
There you go.
Filthy work to get it back in.
Akhirnya G2 berhasil.
Well, we saw a lot of Thrifties on map 1, at least in the first half.
Counter defend dari
Something now pulls out the operator and looking to try to take an aggro angle on A. It's hard to op this line, though.
When Viper Wall.
Yeah, Leaf's Viper Wall gives you a lot of things to worry about over here towards A. You see, actually, he's pre-aiming the right-hand side. And the horn broken immediately.
Going for a bit of a clearance.
He's taking a lot of risk here, but not punished for it.
Okay, Crash about to run out. We'll have to respect this at some point.
Well, I think he'll respect it when he has a drone in his face.
Skate Crash has faded.
Time to jump.
Slow play from G2, much slower than we saw on Lotus.
Every single second counts. And these two teams, drones can be popping out into your face, which is broken. Hello, something, you're still there. Yeah, Prowler in your face and a couple of stray bullets as well. Still alive though. Salvo forcing him back and away alongside that Seize, and there needs to be that collection. The crossfire setup in tight formation. G2 still trying to find their way forwards with this one. Ults are being earned up. A lot of avenues uncontested though, and Jing looking to see if he can take that fight. There's that punishment we were talking about prior. Against PRX, got to keep guns out because they will be willing to take those duels, and take those fights indeed. It does go both ways. Trent.
That's a big kill.
Massive one. Frees up the flank away from it, now has the armor gun. He's going to be using this preemptively.
He's been doing that a lot. Hasn't really been saving his utility for post-plant.
Just trying to buy a bit of time, and that nade rebounding. That's going to be a perfect position. Leaf surely goes down, that's half HP. Drifting away, and it's a half clearance. Jing anticipating that it was cleared out. Leaf, the savior once more.
Well, he's had a monstrous couple of rounds there, hasn't he, Leaf? Jing was convinced that corner was clear.
I mean, I don't blame him.
It was very close, wasn't it? Trent also hits a really important shot there onto Patman because it gives him safety in yard. They know that then both of the retakers are coming from this spawn area. This kill, had it gone the other way, had Patman been able to clean out.
Oh my God, Nate!
Don't think he was getting that. Good setup towards the end as well, actually, in terms of playing around the Viper wall. They had Trent ready to swing through that, so even if Leaf hadn't been able to get the kill, I think the trade would have been there. And this is something that G2 do slightly differently to almost every other team that are playing the Viper composition. Leaf is just putting that wall down on A every round. I thought it was maybe because it was their first time playing this version of the composition. But it's interesting, they seem to want to take fights through mid quite a lot on their attack.
Just open sightlines. Don't worry about the wall in their face, their own wall, right? Which normally a lot of teams are going to take it
I think part
slower.
of the reason too is, if you wall up in mid, you might be inviting an opportunity for something to flash through it. And
take the timing.
Yeah, your opponent to seize control of those timings. PRX taking a tag time out here, the brain trust of Alex and Mini, seeing if they can figure out some kind of adjustment to what's been going on. I mean, the thrifty, in my opinion, was just Leaf hitting shots. I don't think you have to be too worried about that one again, but the slow A take is probably going to be a major theme of this attack half for G2. So round 5, one to pay attention to, because it could well be replicated.
Seconds are dwindling down here as we get into round 6. Big presence from PRX over towards B as well. They're going to be claiming a lot of that side of the map.
Who's next?
Central drift now going to be used by Joyce to try and set them forward.
dari G2 untuk mencari information di mana keberadaan
needs some help and reinforcements potentially from his team. Something. Waiting into the sidelines, but now he's out into the open, squaring up for that fight. It's an instant response. Valent straight there. Wants to try and take the fight to him, but the IGL dips him. In the process, pit down.
Can't get the plant down.
Gives him a bit of coverage. The Seize is good, at least with that connection. And it's going to slow down these PRX players, but where'd you call for? Rotations abound. They're looking to go back into mid, but there's a flank-on-flank occurring.
This is a weird one. He's going to have to drop his pit.
On the timing. Just missed it. Wasn't on the sightlines. The Vice spotted out. The pit's going to be falling as well. Quick scurry away. They know the B's open now for the taking.
Keputusan yang sangat tepat dilakukan oleh G2 untuk rotate.
Just like that, Forsaken as well wants to fill in the gaps. He's got that ult earned for that
tapi langsung aja di ulti oleh Forsaken untuk ngamanin set
on push back to Vi. Forsaken, it's all on him.
30 seconds.
Oh
comes down and he's killed. What is that?
He's so good.
Disgusting stuff.
30 seconds left.
Playing and weaving around his smoke. Made the B site his den, and there's only one more option really left for G2 to work towards. It is this B site. They have to find a way past it, but again, Forsaken! He can't be stopped! He's walking on bloody water at this point! That's just filthy!
He is utterly unbelievable. This is the kind of form he was in at Masters Toronto.
Ibarat kata udah nembak duluan.
He's taken an opportunity.
He's won the round on his own, essentially, hasn't he? I mean, he gets the kill. One bullet mati tuh. Ult to the other side of the map and holds them single-handedly from getting any level of space or plant down. I mean, the way he plays when he's on like this is just utterly remarkable.
8-3.
Mungkin kalau kita main kompe ya kan, oh berarti nih dia FPS-nya lebih kenceng,
monitornya
hertz-nya lebih gede.
He was playing previously. bit more respect.
PL-nya mungkin dia lebih gede ya kan, lebih kecil. Tapi ini dengan spek yang sama kan berarti.
TP for the information. That's a drone that does tag.
Wow, that's actually through mid.
Still wants to square it for the fight. There's no exit for him. He has to nail that shot.
Alasan-alasan begitu.
Either side, shots going wide. There's an orb to play around. There's no way you're going for that. That's far too cheeky. And Leaf will punish you for it.
Those are the kind of wild plays that you've got to expect when playing against PRX.
And it left and around.
Low percentage chance, but he still goes for it. And actually, they're looking to double re-clear into Leaf again on A.
Face your fear!
Nightbot's going to be sent flying forwards. That is a lovely clearance for Forsaken.
Lagi.
Juts out, and this guy is walking on water at this point. He could do no wrong. Pacman, nowhere safe to stand, but he does find a slight pocket to play in. And even adjusting the aim towards the final moments. Jorgamo delivers them back from the brink. Gives them a win con.
Super aware, kept his gun out the whole time, ready for those fights. But instantly the flank coming through again here. PRX putting such a premium on that. And Jing can distract enormously. Still full util and an ult.
Really
how are you going to look at Forsaken in the middle of this?
Exactly. Still eyes are trained towards main. That's an off angle to be held to the corner. Showstopper avoided. Good movement saving from the side, but again, it's going to be Forsaken revealing his hand from the spot. Jorgamo supplementary with the spam. There's a smoke in his face, but that will be dissipating, and he gives it up for the even fight. Still, shots are going wide. Going wild. With a smoke propped up over towards the top. It's an impossibility. Surely, Forsaken, you can't be winning this. 7 bullets!
Shit, man!
Oh my goodness! Jorgamo that just about wrangles control of the round.
Incredible round from Jorg. But man, when you watch Forsaken, he makes you believe, doesn't he? That one was an inch away from coming through with a ridiculous clutch. You can just tell in the way that the G2 players are playing against him too, that they are fearful at times.
Itu
As soon as the smoke isolates John B, he's cooked in hook. Ults come online though. Jorg with a huge one. 3 big kills of the 4 he's got on the map. 3 required to convert round 7. And just keep G2 in it.
Dibredel aja oleh Batman menggunakan Odin, habisin aja pelurunya. Kali aja jackpot ya kan.
This has got something on a deep line. Again, you look at the VOD of what G2 were doing, and they were doing Flash Horn to clear B. Pretty much every round they were going in that direction. And yet, something still wants to fight it and contest it to try to see if there's a gap. Something I really respect about PRX's defense. They will try to find gaps in stuff that looks theoretically good.
Always testing.
You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
Dapat info.
Always about more confidence in their own aim to be able to buy themselves a bit of time, get themselves out of some real tricky spots. The shots rattled off down. Cross-section to mid here, something again with this information on dimensional drift going to be used, and he spots out a multitude of players while he's at it.
He's got everyone.
You see
everybody apart from Leaf.
Back over towards A, everyone but Leaf, and Leaf does collect. And now the triple face as well. Punish onto Jing. Offset that disadvantage they found themselves in, and now all the way over towards B. It's up to Pacman. He's got that own Jing. Salvo still had to really take the fight. He was forced into it, whether he liked it or not.
Now those peaks, I'm not as big on from PRX. Jing there swinging from mid. After something has just seen, there's 4 players in mid. It's going to be so difficult to catch people without guns in their hand there.
Kalau di mana
and then Pacman, I think, probably could have played that a little better than wide swinging with an Odin. So this round, not my favorite that PRX have put together, and it's going to allow G2 to tie things back up 4-4.
Pistol lawan Odin ya kan.
You often see the attacking teams try to find timings to exec as the defenders use Yoru ult. Because you don't want to just give them the info and exactly where you're playing, but this round G2 just kind of sit back in mid and wait for PRX to peek into it's a bit more like what I was saying used to happen a year ago, where G2 would just hold slowly, solidly, and allow PRX to make the mistakes. It's really tough to make this style work against PRX now, because they make far fewer mistakes, and the player form is amazing. I already talked about that on Lotus, where you saw G2 dial up the tempo. But here, maybe because PRX are playing Corrode for the first time ever in a match, you're actually seeing these kind of mistakes come out. Maybe it is a
yang gua lihat di sini G2 menggunakan strategi triple pick. Triple pick. Jadi posisinya tuh kayak trio macan ya kan.
Try to stop some of the bleeding because they've only won 1 out of the last 5, and that was an unbelievable round from Forsaken.
Trio macan.
His form is red hot right now. He's for Forsaken, this guy.
Itu yang dinamakan trio
Doesn't
macan.
matter for him though. Never has that attraction.
macan.
We've got two IGLs that I would consider from the fragging variety, but listen, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Valorant sitting near the bottom.
Pulsar X.
It's just that PRX difference, I think, as well. They've got shooters across the board, all 5 of them, ready to hit back. So it's part of the reason why it's hard to control the pace, like you were saying, against them. You do need shooters right back. Leaf has been doing a pretty good job of that, have to say, have to credit him.
Ini gimana ini?
It's a strange game for Leaf actually this match so far, because there are moments that will stick in your head of Leaf really messing up.
The kill against Forsaken that he missed.
Yeah, and his lurk on A that he didn't convert as well when he should have done. Oh, that round didn't actually go against him from what I can remember, but actually the majority of what Leaf has been putting out there has been really solid.
Yeah.
Like I said, dominating the first kill department on Lotus, he was 4-1. And then just generally racking up a lot of kills against a team that is going to put the test on your aim. But yeah, you've seen a couple of lows, but a lot of highs from this guy. A reminder, he didn't actually have a lot of practice recently. He was out for 5 weeks.
Backlash dari PRX langsung diraskan sebagainya, langsung
really getting a time and chance to play the game yet.
Gaming sama G2, tapi ada trap
stepping back into the seat,
tersendat karena banyak trap di.
See how this pressure and how PRX really going to be able to keep up with most of this.
Yang di mana
3 players stacked up towards it. They have the entirety of the pack all through up here. Jonah B, shots in the dark through that smoke. Something has been headrigged off. Still guarded. There's sight here. There's coverage swinging right round to the corner. The timing has to be perfect, and the clearance is just not there. Jonah B is still delivering. But it goes both ways. PRX is still in this fight. Evened up. It's not 2v2.
Langsung dikasih
lele. And now putting the squeeze on Jonah B, leaving that time in for Leaf to collect. Divide in a 1v2. Testing with that shorty in your face. It's a lot of damage done. Drop down to barely anything at all. Quick tap as well, trying to force Leaf out into the open, but he swings at the right time. Chops the head clean off.
10-2, another big round from Leaf at the top of the scoreboard for G2. I liked what PRX were doing there. Lost a player to some spam through a smoke early on towards A-Link, which is unfortunate. Would have loved to have something online. There he goes. This double blast back in off the back of the Paranoia, though, was a nice idea. They just couldn't quite get the advantage in the 3v3, and part of that actually is because Forsaken didn't clear the corner properly. Steel Garden forced Jonah P to only play with a shorty in hand, but Forsaken didn't clear that box. And now PRX dropped onto an eco. Probably going to take even further risks.
Trying to do it. Trying to take fights towards that A main extremity. Big nade and a horn tucked that corner. G2 happy to just let the util bleed out of PRX.
Going for another play here.
They can move.
Fade in the raise.
Dangerous stuff, potentially, especially when you spot these players as damage done. Through the wall. Patman's still alive. Jing going for a peek of his own. Expecting to be not anticipated there.
Chunked down, Jing and Patman, but not eliminated. Still a 5v5.
Ada itu Koronami. Ada di store gua tuh.
The Forsaken keeping a little bit of this control and information towards A main.
Slightest of angles as well. That's something he wants to work with. A lot of bodies going to be trailing towards him now. He's going to get his chance for a fight. Just TP's back to a bit of safety. Try and hold this one again. Inserts himself forwards. The salvos at his feet. Along with the
langsung dipantekin aja, dilawan sama something. Langsung dihalau.
Dismisses them with a wave of a hand, but he needs some help out now. He will be dropped. Jonah P having to trade that one out. Night Forsaken, Patman from the flank, and heads are rolling. Leaf is gone.
And Forsaken as well, all the way up through B main.
It's 2 players at G2. They are being picked apart at the seams here. Every single avenue accounted for. Main, Link, and CT. Sees up and over towards the top. There's a lot of damage done, but as that smoke fades again, the time is taken. Jonah P can only do so much. It's overwhelming against the presence of PRX. They've got that caliber of players, and it doesn't matter what weaponry they're working with. They'll take the fights against you and win it.
This is such a good play from Something. Gets in front of the salvo after already being pushed back by double flash and a haunt, and he buys an enormous amount of time for the rotates to come through. Forsaken, I told you, was already on that aggressive angle at A.
That's what we need, brother.
He got around into B main based on the distraction of his teammates. Encircling G2 and punishing them for not having a real sentinel in the comp.
That's been constant.
Yeah, they have. They've been trying to get that flank going all the time, haven't they? One away from getting the Armageddon online for Trent. PRX fighting down mid, Something with an op. He had a bit of a quiet game, but that round
Jangan
a bit
lupa
of confidence, and now he's going for the walkabouts.
There's no way. This is such risky business.
There should be double drone in his face as well. It should be hard, actually, for something to play this defense side.
It's a game of reactions. It's a game of reactions!
Wow.
Of which something wins out. A lot of damage done in the process, but how do you win against the operator in his hands?
And he's gone so deep there, he's found the timing before the drones.
Wall is heard, wall is heard. Realizing there's a gap in the play, Forsaken wasn't quite holding it, that timing was taken. Evened out though, with a kill on to leave.
He might think that he's trapped them all in the choke.
Oh shit.
Players drifting in as well from the side. This is an angle as well, something counting for it. Sees the barrel, it's damage done though. Instantly there with a trade nevertheless. Jonah P did do that damage to Forsaken. 2 left alive now for G2. Nade is going to come sailing overhead, trying to deny that plan. It's tapping. As G2 are looking for bodies, trying to pull them out into the open.
Something low banget.
PRX not giving them an inch though.
The double fake tap has stopped something from getting on a really aggro line. Now he starts to creep forwards.
Comes down to heroics. Jorg very much alone when he's holding this one. Crouch down, satchel overhead. Needs some help, needs some bailout as well. The timing is going to be has to be picture perfect. Picture perfect! What a spray down a transfer! It's something with the util out! It's Jorgamo to punish. G2 leading by the 1.
A rare moment there where it's actually a PRX player with util in hand getting caught. Some monstrous big rounds coming out. And players on both teams to keep their team dead even in this game. It does feel like Lotus again. A big recovery from G2 actually. They're the team winning more of the gun rounds.
Udah ngos-ngosan tuh gue lihat tuh. G2 udah ngos-ngosan tuh. Pengelan apa tuh.
Defend on A 4-player stack Forsaken's called to start this B round. He's the only one home to fend off G2.
It's a lot potentially thrown at him now. Looking for the A split, but just Jorgamo going through that link angle. Armageddon is going to be paving a way to success. Most of the way being cleared out. Jorgamo has all this space now for the rest of his team.
Langsung aja dia
on
ras.
top of it, something's going to be answering back immediately. Nightfall, dimensional drift. There's a potential timing to be taken as those Qs are cut away. Something could really be looking to punish. The weaponry never quite ideal, but still the damage is being done. Showstopper, he whips it around. Jing is straight in and through. Tip of the spear form, and something unanticipated. Exiting out of that ult. It's a mad scurry, it's a mad dash through mid. The buy left to punish, an instant shot and answer back, but it goes both ways. 6-6, just like that.
Nice.
And just like Lotus, what a first half here of Corrode. We didn't really know what to expect. First time we've ever seen PRX play on this map. And only the second time for G2 with this comp. Could be anybody's game still coming up.
One enemy remaining.
Gila. Gelo banget, gelo banget. BTW PRX belum pernah kalah di Korode. Dengan skor 7 kali menang dan 0 kalah di map Korode ya. Guys, siap. Seharusnya ini akan menjadi lebih mudah dari PRX ya, untuk mengalahkan G2, tapi nggak tahu ya. Satu
bikin
klik
konten
banyak.
beda ukuran. Ya, gampang di Canva.
Iya,
Klik
Canva, iya.
ubah ukuran.
Oh shit man. Kita lihat di sini 1-0, udah lah, nggak usah lama-lama. 2-0 langsung lah. Jangan kasih angka buat G2 ya. Habis ini ada match pertandingan dari Fnatic melawan DRX. Gila. Dua tim gua main pada malam hari ini.
The pace that these two teams are coming at each other with is just unbelievable. And Forsaken has been on a heater. Hot hand, keep passing to this guy. He's shooting threes all day long at this point. I mean, he has been unreal. And it's taken heroics from him, to be honest, to drag it 6-6. G2, credit to them, they brought it 6-6 at level, because early on, at the beginning of this map, it was looking like all PRX off the back of this guy right here.
Yeah. Take a look at the Coinbase Econ report. I think Forsaken might be the only player shutting the Leaf down.
Yeah.
That's 758 damage to the guy. But what a treat we have to open up playoffs. Two teams, arguably the favorites to win the tournament. I think that's what most people think. Had a poll earlier on that reckoned 75% of you out there thought the winner of this was the favorite to win the entire thing.
And I don't blame them.
No, because... yeah, I mean, you see in the game as well. It's exciting to watch. It's fast-paced. It's aggressive. They've got shooters.
Every team is willing to take risks. Players are just making decisions that they wouldn't normally do because they're playing against the best of the best, right?
It's a great way to open up playoffs. We could only hope that the grand finals are this entertaining when we finally get to the end of it.
Absolutely, and hopefully we do get to see potentially a map 3. So far, this series has been delivering beginning to end.
Oke, di sini kali ini PRX attacker dan G2 defender dengan skor 6 sama, yang dimana itu seri, ibarat kata ini 0-0 lagi.
Because you see that the Raze was the one who picked up the ult orb. So when you know that the Raze was over here towards B main, you're thinking, well, that's where
PRX mencari informasi untuk
in the next 30 seconds.
Attack B, tapi seperti AB sudah ramai dan PRX tidak mau mengambil resiko yang lebih jadi rotasi, tapi pemain G2 udah mantekin di A, yaitu jauh gemuk, udah siap-siap ngemantek. Oh, langsung aja di cut oleh pemain G2 Jonah P di mid ya, dan berhasil mendapatkan informasi bahwa PRX akan menuju set A.
Making moves forwards, that's a kill claim. Jonah P shot in the dark as well through that smoke. It's his head who ends up going down. Paranoid sweeps though. That is a massive collection. It's only Batman who can put a stop to this. Oh my
What the fuck? Apa itu, bro? Apa yang gua lihat? Tiba-tiba kelar gitu, cok.
Another pistol round here for PRX.
Jonah P had done a great job actually pushing down, but he gets caught through the smoke. Batman, gotta give him the credit.
Buset per second, anjing per second.
Ridiculous from
Forsaken. That's unbelievable. I didn't realize that was how it happened.
Gila tuh, mouse baru tuh.
Right.
Pulsar X Susanto.
Who does that? You get paranoid, your decision making, not run away.
Langsung dibeli aja ya.
Closer to you. So the near sight doesn't matter.
Gila, apa itu, cok?
That is insane.
Langsung 7-6.
Second decision making.
Double pistol, one now in this map by PRX. Flipping the narrative completely. G2 won both of them on Lotus. Now on Lotus though, G2 lost the advantage of the first one.
Seperti biasa.
That came through immediately after.
Sepik-sepik dulu di B sambil nemenin si Jing ngambil orbs. Dan something tetap ngejaga set A-nya biar nggak disempitin mapnya ya.
But once more, you got to get through Jonah and Jorg here.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
gelo, something juga ingin ngamuk.
Really nice dodge of the flash.
Langsung setnya diambil, Batman di atas, langsung tapi Davai kebantai.
3v3, you got to think the weapons.
Plan sudah mendapatkan plan dari
timing is taken just right on that. The damage is still being done. They can't really deal with these players.
Forsaken langsung backup.
It's Trent versus Forsaken.
1 melawan 1.
But a stinger is found salvaged from the midst of all of it.
Oh shit.
Oh! Forsaken loses out.
Oh no.
How the hell is it always happening like this, man? Listen, pistol rounds be damned. These teams are going back and forth. Thrifty wins after the fact. It doesn't even matter.
I
cannot believe at the end there that Trent was ready for the reswing. I mean, that just shows you how much they've adjusted their
pemain kena di situ, Cok.
Fallen in the same spot as well.
That reswing, there are so few players in the
pemain
world
kena
that
di situ, Cok.
just did there on that timing, and somehow Trent snaps back to it and
panas,
hits it mid-range with a
7 sama.
Jing is going for a force
seperti biasa. PRX nyari info dulu di B sambil nemenin Jing ngambil ops.
Double of the same B exec maybe here? And we get to see some of the attacking theory from PRX, because if you're going to run a raise on your attack side and it's Jing, you're going to have some weird double blast pack pathing. Otherwise, he might as well be playing, you know, like a Waylay or a Neon or something. Not
into the back of the minds of G2, forces the drone out.
Tiba-tiba hujan.
Walking up with it as well, not to reveal the hand.
Deras banget hujan.
Still, plan down for PRX.
Not very much space in the post plant though.
I never want to count them out though. Salvos, at least just the one saved for this moment. Jonapido deals a divine. He was going for a flank of his own. Big ass map, so that paranoid.
PRX sudah dapat set ya, tapi ada flank yang harus dijaga. Langsung dijagain oleh something flanknya. Oh shit, Jing, gila. Nge-whiff dari pemain G2 ya. Oh no. Oh shit, 87. Nah ini nih yang gue maksud nih, dia angka 7. Dia nggak 7 atau nggak 8 atau nggak 9 ya. PRX seperti biasa ya, seperti biasa ya. Dia ngambil napas dulu. Kadang-kadang tapi ngambil napasnya tuh kalau kejauhan gitu. Ntar G2 udah dapat skor 11 baru dah kelabakan dah tuh.
I'm not mad about it, you know. You can send that kind of stuff. That really looked like PRX might be able to get a thrifty back in the other direction. Something's actually
sembari PRX lagi nyari ya gimana cara nge-counter dari defense dan retaking dari G2.
They're going for something slow, trying to work.
Ibarat kata nih lagi trial error nih.
Their superstar player. Something looking like in best in the world form.
Kali ini agak nge-split dikit.
Assistance to get on some good lines to be able to activate. On the attack side had a slower opening.
Karena udah 2 kali PRX kena flank.
Spam coming from the
jangan sampai itu keulang lagi. Dari B-nya tetap dijagain. Davai seperti yang udah tahu kalau ada pemain G2 yang nge-push dari B.
Failed in his job at pushing back Jorgamo on B main.
Davai gila sih, map controlnya bagus banget nih.
Gonna come down to the aim though, and a shot's fired. Oh, that was a jump spot from long range. Something still creeping ever so steadily up towards this angle. Paranoia will be
dari set.
Bit of respect forced out of it. Prowler into the corner gives the acknowledgement here to PRX, but the Salvos are slowing them down. 38 seconds left. Still being bled out of this G2 squad. Nade rebounding. Second wave of Salvos. Seas does connect again. It's all meant to try and slow them down, but again, not much left in the tank here for G2. It comes down to the weaponry at this point. Gunplay, and how well can you trade each other out? Both satchels.
Oh shit.
Just crouch peeking into it. Jing dismissed.
Oh,
aduh. All pays off here for the G2 players. Very ready for the fight that was coming their way.
Oh no.
Fundamentally better round there from G2 than what PRX were up to.
97.
They didn't push the aggressive Yoru off the line. So in terms of the macro game, G2 had 3 players, the strong site in the right place on A. And then one of the things that G2 have been amazing at on Corona, even when the map wasn't working for them, is their hold over towards the A site. I think they do a great job of playing these nice corners, crossfires.
Oh my god.
And using Valent smokes to make it really tough.
Masih bisa beli senjata sih. Tapi harus saving. Biasa kalau pas saving menang nih. Biasanya ya. Kalau duitnya banyak kalah. Kalau pas saving menang biasanya PRX nih. Langsung aja Jing langsung dapetin set B. Masuk set B langsung aja di plan oleh Forsaken tanpa menunggu lama-lama. PRX dapat set B-nya. Dan G2 siap-siap untuk retaking. Wah, oh shit, nice dari something. Menggunakan sheriffnya jauh, mau menggunakan girl tuh OP dibantai sama sheriff. Sheriffnya something. Bener nggak yang gue bilang? Bener nggak yang gue bilang? Giliran saving menang tuh, tripti. Giliran duitnya banyak, luber kalah sama pistol. Gak ngerti gue. Gak ngerti lagi gue sama PRX.
turns it, deals with Trent, then catches the kill onto Jorg, who's holding the angle.
Lihat tuh.
And Jorg is ready for it, but something's a little quicker.
Vandal sama OP aja dibantai Mas Erik.
But that was a pivotal one
Gua
to get
bilang.
PRX back into this map.
Definitely was.
Because the attacking ideas, apart from this B exec, don't look amazingly strong.
98.
The B exec though does look difficult to deal with. I think you've got to be putting somebody in a position where they can sit inside that smoke. And getting someone in a spot where
Udah mulai pusing lagi. G itu udah mulai pusing lagi.
If Jing's pathing isn't in that direction, but if the smoke lands on your head, just sit inside of it and wait for Jing's.
Karena ditriftiin.
The tough thing about that is you are going to be
yang tadinya poinnya lebih dapat ya, karena kalau tadi misalnya G2 berhasil menangkan round tadi, PRX bakal pure saving, yang dimana dia menggunakan klasik aja, dan keuangan dari G2 makin luber. Tapi kali ini sepertinya G2 harus saving.
These guys on both sides are having to live react to new things that they're seeing being thrown at them here.
Oh enggak, sama-sama nggak saving.
You've never seen tape on
tapi keuangan dari
PRX kind of site execs come through before because no one else does stuff like that. And for G2, no one else plays
lebih menguntungkan.
So PRX have got one VOD.
Dan jika kalau PRX dapat skor menang di round ini, G2 harus saving. Tapi kalau PRX kalah di round ini, PRX tidak perlu saving. Ya, seperti itu. Langsung saja di press dari mid oleh PRX. G2 melakukan back TP dan mencari info. Oh shit, dibegal. 4 second dibegal aja, Bung. Kita lihat di sini ya. Langsung aja Jing. Sangat berbahaya. Teammate Something nyari info menggunakan ulti untuk ngamanin set B untuk mencari info. Dan untuk nge-fake dan fake dari Something berhasil ya Bung ya. Kita lihat ya, pemain G2 all in ke B dan ternyata PRX stuck ke Zeta dan Plant. Clear dan siap-siap untuk defending. Positioning defending dari PRX untuk menyambut retaking dari pemain G2 di setup. Jiggle dari Devi. Oh shit. Jing di press, bingung mau gimana. Devi mencoba untuk membantu. Oh di absen. Oh shit, nice Devi. Absenan dari Devi. Ace kah Devi? Enggak ada. Oh 4K clutch from Devi, gelo.
Looking incredible there with the aim and the reaction times. Nothing that G2 could do about that.
Clean clutch dari Devi. Kita lihat di sini 1, 2, ayo satu lagi masuk. Yuk. 3. 4. Gelo Devi.
Not even attempted to trade each other, but that's one of the best teams in the world at trading right there.
Yo bisa yuk. 2-0 nggak sih? Jangan kasih angka nggak sih?
9-9.
Langsung dipres oleh G2. Oh G2 mendapatkan. Oh nice, nge-trade. Jonah P nge-trade Jing. 4 melawan 4 di sini. PRX langsung menuju set A. Something ngeluarin TP untuk nge-backup Devi di mid. Nggak berhasil. PRX belum berhasil, masih mencoba untuk mendapatkan set dari A. Oh shit, nice. Langsung rotate, fast rotate ke B. PRX rotate. Tapi Devi nunggu di setup untuk ngamanin setup. Ah itu dia, gila potongan. Ini permainan waktu yang sempit banget sih. Gila sih.
All of the pressure dissipating. And PRX
Lihat tuh.
now taking the lead.
Lihat
on this
Davai.
map.
Anjing.
Couple of really
Disiplin
important rounds
banget
here that they've put together. And PRX have such a nice idea on their eco
Disiplin banget dia untuk ngamanin, Cok.
CG2 forced down onto a Thrifty and can't quite find it.
3 melawan 1, jauh gemuk. Pakai pistol. Mau saving pun percuma. Mau nggak mau ya kan, ya udahlah. Langsung dapat. Batman langsung mengakuisisi. Bantai dari G itu, pemain G itu. Di sini per second lihat.
Just making sure that he's not able to get a second in that kind of spot. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just don't expect.
Gila, Cok. Bagus banget, Cok.
It's amazing that PRX can be so late to corrode in terms of ideas that they're showing, and yet still very innovative.
I think they patched it over with just their game sense. Being able to find the right moments as well to take those peaks, and the aim on top helps out. That is an operator in the hands of Jorg, though.
Jauh gemuk dapat G itu dapat per second.
Down and out for the count.
Big adjustment here from G2, using a paranoia early, getting the op onto a deep line as well. So now PRX are going to have to slowly try to re-clear over towards A with their Fade utility. Meanwhile, G2 can start adjusting and spread back out into a normal defensive setup. And actually, these players over towards A haven't heard anything going on towards A main. So the drone comes out, confirms presence towards B.
Bersiap-siap. PRX siap-siap, langsung aja di ulti oleh Davai. Kita lihat di sini langsung aja masuk ke set. Oh shit. Something langsung ngejagain midnya. Langsung mencoba untuk motong midnya. 4 lawan 3. G2 langsung rotat.
3v5 again.
Langsung. Posisi dari something apakah ketahuan? Oh shit, ketahuan. Karena G itu melakukan ulti. Your ulti. Mau cari info. Oh shit. Batman. 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 Oh, terlalu banyak. Oh shit, nggak bisa. Karena sudah terlalu ramai di sana.
Those are the kind of rounds that Josh will have been talking to them about at the end of Lotus. How losing those player advantage spots was letting the map slip away from them. This, very disciplined. A utilization of an ult as well, by the way. Jorg choosing to use this one. Tons of information and a kill there, as you pointed out, onto Divide. And then so many bodies to stop Patman.
10 sama. Gila, kejar-kejaran ya.
10 to 10. Leaf with an ult and a judge to play inside of, but might get run down on B.
There's a lot of presence coming towards him.
Langsung aja digigit oleh Lele. Main G itu. Di sini bersiap-siap menggunakan judge.
How has he lived? The nade and the C's looked so good. He's got 2 HP.
Barely alive. It's long range as well. Supplementary utils. 1 salvo used by Trent to try and help him out, so nobody could really cross past the boundary.
If you look at that back in the VOD and you're one of the PRX coaches, you're thinking, man, that is so unfortunate. We played that pretty perfectly at the start of the round.
Pemain G itu mulai menyempitkan
map.
Untuk mendapatkan informasi. Kita lihat di sini dan mendapatkan 1 Davai di mid.
Jing one away from being able to get his showstopper online. Would have loved to
G itu
play
udah siap-siap. Oh. Sepertinya di sini kita lihat PRX mulai kehilangan arah, Bung. Mulai kehilangan kontrol map karena pemain G itu udah beradaptasi dengan strategi dari PRX.
But Trent is actually really important here.
I'm trying to hold this one back. He's feeling the heat now. He's turned up all the way. What is that? Shots are fired and elbow control still maintained. These players starting to flood in their way through.
Bantingan dari G itu kita lihat di sana tadi ya. Wow. G itu tren. Gilo. Oh shit, man. 11-10. Oh my god.
That's a monster round from Trent. The shots he hit as well are spectacular flicks. Leaf, lucky to survive at the start of the round. Jonah going walkabouts, really got a read on how to defend A and find timings past what's going on, but these shots from Trent are magic.
Si Trent nih.
Winning 3 separate 1v1.
Ini sangat berbahaya, 11-10.
Popping off.
Ini sangat berbahaya.
His team the lead. Jing though did get that showstopper up. Does have the judge. Same B exec looking like it's going to be run here again.
Langsung saja diulti oleh Jing. Langsung saja mencari info. Semoga mendapat, tapi di mid tidak ada orang. Ya. Nggak mendapatkan, tapi di sini G2. What the fuck, man? Shit.
Judge in the hands, it's all chaotic.
What a crazy round.
Could have been anyone's game there. It is traded.
Langsung saja diulti oleh Davai, kita lihat di sini. Jing ngamanin midnya dan mendapatkan 1 dari pemain G2, kita lihat di sini. Menjadi 4 melawan 3. Something jaga flagnya. Oh shit man. Oh shit man. 3 melawan 3 di sini kali ini. Nice. Oh, let's go. Sebelah sama. Hampir saja.
They were very set up in that post plant scenario at the end there. Absolute chaos. Love the idea from Leaf. Really sneaky player. But that teleport bent his brain.
Bisa-bisanya ngumpet di situ tuh. Siapa tuh? G2, pemain dari G2 ya. Ngumpet dia di situ, kampret loh. Ngedapetin Forsaken dari pemain PRX. Sebelah sama di sini, kita lihat ya. Akankah ini menjadi overtime atau langsung aja kemenangannya? Langsung dilempar.
Teams could not be more even. Taking chunks out of each other in the process. Heroics are needed on either side.
Incredible that we get a match of this caliber to open up playoffs.
I know.
The bracket is stacked.
Sepertinya sudah mulai PRX sudah mulai stuck. Stuck 5. Ras stuck 5. Langsung aja dicari info oleh Something menggunakan ulti karena akan melakukan attack cepat dari PRX. Langsung aja di plan. PRX dapat set B. Dan G2 memutuskan untuk retaking.
Spike down, gearing up. Refine into elbow. A lot of util flown forward
here. Langsung di press. Back press dari PRX. Oh no! Ketahuan Forsaken. Dapat lagi timingnya G2 bangsa. Batman. Oh shit man. But nice. Potongan dari Something kita lihat di sini. Oh shit. Aduh.
Jorgamo with the defuse, stuck all the way. He knows there's safety now.
Oh no,
surrounded by his comrades.
Man.
It's G2 up to 12.
And the script
12-11.
flipped on its head. G2 get up to map point. That stick into spawn, Jonah P.
Coba aja nggak ketahuan tuh di situ.
Udah
sih, mantap banget itu.
What kind of absolute insanity Forsaken is up to next. And this time the flash from Divide. Watch for. They weren't caught in the same way by those.
11 G2 12 PRX 11. Aduh, ayolah overtime dah, ayo overtime ya. Daripada ada map ketiga mending overtime. G2 makin pede di sini. Langsung aja di press B-nya. Di situ ada judge. Di B ada judge. Udah siap-siap pemain dari G2. 2 orang udah siap-siap di B. Tapi seperti PRX udah tahu itu sangat berbahaya. Lebih baik rotate. Nggak mau mengambil resiko lebih banyak karena sangat berbahaya sekali. 1 poin untuk G2 memenangkan pertandingan di map Corroded.
Something's found the timing in through Link. They think mid's clear, I think from the drone. So yeah, this gets taken down. One away from the ult, could be pivotal.
Sini kita lihat ya. PRX sangat berhati-hati. Langsung aja. Lihat di mid. Davai semoga nggak kena timing Davai.
And it's going to come down to the gun duel.
Aduh, Dave kena timing lagi. Anjing.
Cross the map, kills are collected and claims it. It does even end up into a 3v3. Armageddon.
Ada flame.
With the
Tapi
full
berhasil.
commit.
Oh shit.
He can't escape
Oh my god.
Goes down.
Ada Odin lagi.
With the
Oh
ship.
no.
But it might just be your
Something
G2
lagi.
sailing into ascent to bring us all the
Satu.
way. Something is going to have to go huge.
Oh. Gak lucu kan.
A flash dodged.
Ayo absen. Yo absen yuk. Something. Oh my god. Something.
Trent trying to pull him out into the open once more.
Whoa, let's go.
Damn, something.
Cing lah. Aduh. Ngeri banget bro. Oke, overtime. PRX gak jadi kalah, masih ada kesempatan overtime. Anjing lah.
His ability to ISO once in that spot is immaculate. He sees the jump peak and he just swings to his right.
Mana dia pakai Odin tuh kan? Untung ganti itu.
I mean, that is why people are talking about him as the best player in the world. G2 thought they were going to ascend.
Untung G2 sih, G2 Trend ganti jadi Pandal. Coba masih pakai Odin, ngeri aja. Di spam aja mah dia tuh dah. Serempetan peluru juga mati aja. Overtime. Ibarat kata skor menjadi 0-0 lagi ya.
The mechanics on display. Quick thinking across the board for PRX here. Will clear out the spots.
Angin segar
we'll have to respect this one.
Untuk PRX.
Divine was solo anchoring on B quite a lot in these kind of moments, but he was super good at it. He was contesting space, trying to fight people as they got in.
Divine saved this wall for after the clone. He's just put it down.
Gila.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea.
3
was
melawan
catching
1
him a lot
tadi,
on Lotus. Good adjustment.
He's drone. No signs of life.
They'll have heard this wall go down.
Yeah, placed down again. Have to be baited out or you just
G2 mencari informasi langsung aja diserang setnya. Davai mendapat 1. Something langsung. Berhasil nge-trap. Oh, something tajam banget. Something tajam banget.
It looked for a moment like something might be denied by the Prowler in his face.
Tajam banget, Cok.
But the player that's just pulled off a
Persisi banget
1v3
tembakannya,
gets
Cok.
another triple
Pala
kill.
semua tuh.
To push PRX up to match point. Fighting, scrapping, high tempo, never letting the plank go down. Flashes raining in, constant pressure, constant disruption onto G2.
Nice.
And the coaches hit the panic button.
Gitu dong.
It's
Oh
not just
shit.
strategic adjustments at this point. It's also the mental. You thought you'd won this map.
13-12. Satu poin lagi untuk memenangkan pertandingan di Korode PRX dan memenangkan di playoff stage ini untuk menuju champion.
PRX and G2 later on you've got a great match between
Champion
Fnatic and
stage,
DRX. One of those teams could well win the tournament. One of those teams must go out in last place in playoffs. That's just how the bracket works.
Yeah.
So, could it be either of these teams?
Apa ini memutuskan ini ya untuk masuk lower bracket ya? Lower bracket champion. Kayaknya sih iya.
At this point are just nasty that you're going to have to face. And if you want any chance of winning the trophy, if you lose this match, you've got to make a full lower bracket run.
Yeah.
Oh ya, lower bracket ya. Berarti mau menang atau kalah tetap masih bisa main di champion. Tapi masuk ke lower bracket kalau kalah. Satu round lagi untuk PRX untuk memenangkan pertandingan ini. Let's go.
Balance of playing the aggro and dropping back at the right times.
Aggro stuff that PRX
feels like a fake though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Two players waiting outside B.
Langsung aja diras oleh something, kita lihat galak banget kelihatan tuh dari gerakan mouse-nya ya. Dari gerakan M-nya ya. Kayak memburu gitu ya. G2 mencari info. Menggunakan drone dari Teho.
Twisting the tail that they're weaving, and now they're sending it flying forwards. They reveal their hand. It's up to Jorgamo. Can he try and put a stop to it? Jing stops. Finally there, but out wide into the open. His shots need to land, and land they will. It's all on Leaf, on his shoulders.
Shit, man.
Given that open avenue for just a split second, but the damage has already been done.
Disuruh mundur sama G2 dari G2 live ya,
PRX
tapi
have been
spek
amazing at winning
jatuh.
when they've been down players, but
2 melawan 4.
not this heavy.
No, a spot like this when the spike is in enemy territory.
Speknya jatuh, bro, di B.
G2 have persevered.
Kemungkinannya ini cuma
absolutely everything goes
95%.
wrong. From the way it's looking,
Untuk PRX menang di round ini, sepertinya 13 sama.
Constant smokes being refreshed in their faces.
Leaf has
lihat
contact.
tuh.
As soon as he takes it, the players
Pemain G2 udah dari segala arah tuh, 4 penjuru di B, set B,
Salvo,
di mid
the stun,
ada.
double flash.
Sulit sekali.
Gonna skip past this.
Berhasil
Just leaves it to Divido, and it is inevitable at this point. Time trickling down. Body's reinforcing it. G2 are not finished yet. They want to survive.
Oh
that
no,
was such a nice idea from PRX as well, actually. I love what they called there. Putting early A pressure forced G2 to triple stack A, drop into really passive defensive positions, and it opened up this massive gap on the B side where it looked like it was only Leaf home. And yet Jorgamo teleports just in the nick of time.
Nice round, Nate. You're insane, bro. You're insane.
Did you catch actually what Alex said there? He said we could have
oh
just
shit, 13 sama.
PRX nggak jadi. And so he wanted his team to contact maybe even into that spot.
PRX nggak jadi.
Here it is. A brawl to gain the advantage. The edge onto Kuro between two of these teams have been so damn evenly matched.
Di press, double pick, triple pick, 4 pick di A oleh PRX. Nggak ngebiarin. Oh shit. Oh shit, man. 2 melawan 4 di sini. Dipotong Davai, tidak melihat teammate-nya. Sehingga pemain G2 berhasil mendapatkan mid. Cok. Mencolong 3 pemain dari PRX. Kali ini 4 melawan 2. Apa yang harus dilakukan PRX?
Relying on the fact that they're playing as a pack. Gotta see that Leaf triple kill in a replay. He's just taking a fight over towards.
Dan pemain G2 sudah mengarah ke set B, kita lihat di sini. Cara mengendap-endap agar tidak terdengar stepnya, tapi PRX mengambil strategi untuk flank, full flank.
Allowing the attackers to take a lot of mid control. And in the late round, in the post plan, PRX have actually been pushing like this. To G2 think about it, because otherwise
G2 berhasil planting. Tapi pemain G2 udah siap-siap kalau ada flank dari pemain PRX. Seperti yang udah tahu, pemain G2 udah tahu. Oh shit, man. Patman. Oh no, Patman. Oh shit, Patman. 2 melawan 1. PRX 1 sangat ngeri.
Oh. On the cusp of map point, on the cusp of potentially bringing this
Ini
one to a set.
Ya Allah,
There's those kills.
What a triple kill from Lee.
What is that?
Something was just going back to pick that up. In the back of something's mind, he's thinking there's a little time in through mid here.
Kecolongan, di midnya, Oh my god, 14-13-1. Poin lagi untuk G2 untuk memenangkan pertandingan di Korodo ini. Dan PRX harus bisa memenangkan di round ini. Kalau tidak, kalah. Dan menghasilkan map ketiga. Oh shit. Odin.
All gone a little bit wrong here for PRX.
It's such a nice anti, but
Jing kena Odin.
On the site, but Jing just went too early.
Strong clearance through, Valen off to the side as well.
Oh shit, something tewas, Jing tewas. Oh no. Odin melawan Odin di sini, kita lihat. 4 second tinggal sendiri. 3 melawan 1, nggak tahu lagi.
Players rapidly approaching.
If anyone could pull the magic out, it would be him.
3. He's got to try and find these players and see if he can collect the kills. It's all Fallon though, puts him in the grave and sends us all away to a map 3. Could we have it any other way between these two teams? They have brought the very best out of each other.
It's looking amazing out here, really, isn't it? PRX and G2 firing back and forth, so many different map points, even match points for PRX. Center waits.
Yo, Forsake, you probably think I'm talking shit right now, but I love your skincare routine. Let's go.
Nice, boys.
I'm sorry, Nate, I took the
GG untuk G2, NT udah PRX. Skor menjadi 1 sama yang akan melahirkan map penentuan, yaitu map ketiga. Asian.
I get the random ass hard ass kills. Trent would have died and then been like, bro, I don't get.
Sepertinya malam ini akan menjadi malam yang cukup panjang ya guys ya. Ya doang playoff masa kan.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back.
Mana nih guys?
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are, and as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
Oh shit, man.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
Oh shit, man. Cik. Pelan ya? Siapa nih? Cik. Oh, nah, ini dia.
Enak masakan ibu. Ibu yang nanya. Serak gak masak tenggorokan.
Oh my god.
Having time to recover, you're already running so it's not your last drama lover, you lock yourself within. Settle down on your feelings, you don't need to run anywhere.
Oh no.
All right, everyone, welcome
no.
back. And look at that. We got G2 picking up the win, but goodness gracious, it took everything for them to be able to get that one. I mean, it was kind of the story in map 1, and we just had that story continue
Map
here in
ketiga,
map 2.
Asjen ya.
What were your major takeaways from this?
Kind of what we expected for today, but those last rounds, Leaf completely came alive in the overtime, granted it to a certain extent the victory for G2. On the other side, PRX, even something getting to overtime. But I think that to me, the turning point started right at the beginning of this second half. We have that 6-6, right, like on the previous map.
Yeah.
And we do not know what is going to happen. But to me, this is the, we made a plan that actually worked. And it was actually after this that Trent got a brilliant play. And he just decided that, I think it's the eco that they win after this.
Yes.
That Trent got, and obviously started the rolling for them. But yeah, I think that we got a little bit of the same that we saw on map 1.
Yeah.
But G2 actually learning from some of these mistakes. There were so many rounds that were an absolute mayhem.
Yeah, and you know, you can see it in that track too, right? Even though they were able to pick up that first round, he got 3 immediately for G2 in that situation in the second half. And then from there, they just continued to add on to it. But you did have PRX really inching their way back into this game, which is why we ended up going to that OT. But one of the players, though, that you got to highlight is Jonah P.
Jonah,
I mean,
absolutely.
He was
pushing from the defense, getting the picks with so many tools that G2 had to play with. It was actually him. He participated in 9 of the opening fights just on the defense, just from the defense. This man with all the flanking coming from PRX.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. He was on top of everything.
I mean, this play was
just walked it back.
That one, you know, his shot was just so clean.
So many of them.
He really has been finding success. I think Pansy was in the back. We were talking about, you know, the teams and stuff, and she was like, you know, Jonah P, what more can he say about him, right? The guy is just, you know, it's like her, like, secret weapon for the team.
Yes.
And he always has been. The professor always finds his mark, and Jonah P just continues to just impress.
But it is easy for a player in his role to just fall a little bit into the oblivion, as in, yes, his utility, we see the Prowlers, we see the Hunts, we see all of the Seizes that we're seeing, of course, coming in from both of the teams, and we see the effect that he keeps having on every game, playing the Odin, doing all the disgusting things and playing it to perfection.
Well, look, G2, right, they're feeling good. They picked up a massive win, but we want to know what's going on in the G2 camp. What's going on with the comms? We got Mimi standing by.
Yeah, thanks very much, GB. I was listening in to G2 for most of that map, and it's always an affair when you're playing against this PRX team. They are so tough to deal with. They're always trying to dictate the pace, and the thing that stuck with me the most was the demeanor for G2. This is a team that, despite how fast PRX wants to play, they were always trying to slow things down and keep the comms very calm and intentional, and I think they really achieved that goal. When you listen to this team play, you can see the experience both individually and as a squad. They do a great job at, well, having clear ideas within the chaos, using a lot of brevity to convey that and to just keep calm under that high pressure situation. A big factor in map number 1 was losing the player-up situations. It was 2 5-on-3s, the key rounds that G2 lost to let that first map slip. Here, you can see how intentional Alex and the team were at keeping that under control. I want to specifically applaud Leaf, who was having a great game individually, but was also always keeping a very clear mental picture of what his opponent was trying to do and helping to relay that to the team. It was a great start for G2. They put it to map 3, but PRX, always a tough team to put down. We'll see who can finish this one off when we head to that map 3 and when you check back in with the analysts.
There was something very important that Mimi was saying, and she was speaking about Leaf. I love the fact that he is playing on B, especially when you're playing against a double duelist, because he can actually use his molly and has easier fights for him. So he's even in the small adaptation. But Alex, we've had 13-11, 15-13, and now we're going on to the last map. We have not seen G2 play it in the tournament just yet, but
Ascent's the bread and butter map.
Ascen.
You know, it's the bread and butter map. It's the map that everyone knows.
Ascen
I'm down for some chamber action. I'm always
yang
down for
akan
some
mengantar
chamber action.
PRX ke lower bracket atau mengantar G2 ke lower bracket? Kita tidak tahu. Kita lihat saja ya. Semoga PRX nggak ke lower bracket.
Maybe that will be the case here as well, as you had mentioned, right? They have run that before. That is a thing that G2 likes to run. I know Baby Bay was the one running it for them prior, but then they had slotted in.
Oh, I thought you told me they were going to sub him in. I was getting more excited for this one.
I mean, look, I love Dre to death. That's my boy. But if I see Dre walk up on that stage, I'm going to be like, what the hell is going on right now? All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Let's see what we get here. And you were right about the chamber. We got that on the other side for PRX. So we got that Sage coming in there. Maybe can cause some problems. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were speaking about the Sage and the buffs that coming into the tournament, how she could be different. Probably we were thinking more in the hands of Davai, but I want to see him shine. I think that in the first map, he was one of the catalysts of them managing to get the win, but I saw him a little bit missing on this second one. For the side of G2, with the amount of Deco that Trent has played, I hope they, I mean, he definitely knows how to drone. I'm going to be paying attention to the rest of the lineups, though.
A lot of control on that PRX side, right? You
Absolutely.
got a lot of control. You got that Sage to lock down sites. You have that Vice to lock down sites. Curious to see, though, how G2 break through this and, you know, try and, you know, play to those advantages while keeping the comms calm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to I want to see a G2 that is still going for those kind of plays. I think that Joe has been excellent throughout the tournament. Here again, he just needs to triple down on it.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and send it back to your casters. Let's get map 3 underway. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Could we have it any other way between these two teams? Map 3 is it's double Sentinel versus double Sentinel. You're seeing a lot of head-to-heads being made manifest here. The Duelist is something, and Jorgamo going to be battling in that Yoru head-to-head. And you've also got their own little twists, I suppose, as well on the double Sentinel comps that are being played.
Absolutely.
Leaf on the Chamber. Can he have that continuation of form from that last map where he was such a heavy hitter?
He's been outrageous in terms of their opening kills as well. He's 9-1 in the match so far in terms of first kill to first death. So Leaf is absolutely someone to keep your eye on. PRX, though, with this composition, they struggle on the attack side. They need to put together an incredible defense, which means pistol rounds like this, mighty, mighty important.
They've got an idea for it. A lot of players looking down mid as well.
Oh!
Peak, expecting Leaf to be down there, but he's also done the damage before he's gone down.
Baru-baru udah nge-trade 4 lawan 4. Batman mati, Leaf mati.
You can immediately see PRX are able to reinforce up most of the B site. Slow going for G2. They don't want to rush into anything.
You've got the wall placed down over here as well towards Catwalk, so it's going to stop any potential pivot. You know, you cancel a B hit. Normally you want to go up through something like Catwalk. Well, that's not really available to you, at least for the next 30 seconds. And Leaf was the player controlling over towards A main, so you've got to be slightly concerned that some nutcase on PRX could have gone walkabouts in A main, because they're the kind of team that does that.
Could be the case. They're also going to be walking straight into Thorns laid down early. Jing with 2 slows.
Absolutely. It's about whether or not he can get them off in time, though. G2 could push him. Force him to keep his gun out.
Yeah. One layer of it now. TP into the back. Thorns in Jenny.
He's done a good job at slowing them down. Look how fast Forsaken's coming.
Jump with a tag. He knows he's there. Jorgamo. Tight to the corner here. Actually, a bit of awareness is going to miss just for Jing in that. Still players are starting to look to see if they can float all the way back in with that frenzy. How the hell does Jorgamo get this value?
He's so good with it.
Too controlled, man. Something of Forsaken now, having to get it done. Sheriff in the mid. Something already going to be picking off. Jorgamo. He's gone in a 2v2. Anyone's game now at this point here. There's potentially an in that PRX have earned themselves. We'll find out. We can see how it gets going. A lot of damage being done. That is so precise in terms of the shots. And Trent has to reveal his position. The Dart drifting overhead here. Something still delivering these shots. My God, what a monster he is.
Untouchable on pistol rounds, it feels like recently. The Ghost in hand delivers 4, and that's another 4v5 round to add. Now this one, maybe a bit fraudulent in terms of the 4v5s, because they were only 4v5 for about a fraction of a second.
Vice Yoru.
Leaf immediately comps that out, but it's something's incredible. Aim with the Ghost. To be able to carry them through.
Mantap.
And they've been averaging like 30% of their 4v5 wins across this match so far. It didn't really slow down that much on Corrode. It's a big pistol round to get because PRX have struggled a little bit with this composition.
Give it an eye as well on the angle that Leaf loves to play. Very aware. They've done their homework.
Same spot he swung from in round 1.
Yeah. It's going to be the one controlling A main early, so a bit anticipated and already going for the quick cleanup of the main, ensuring that there's no players who can slip past that one still. Nasty shot by Jonah P to return. That's something was expecting a different angle.
Something
like just looking to do damage.
Something goes down 1 point away from getting his ult online. I'll make it slightly easier to deal with PRX maybe in round 3. But the net is tightening here onto Jonah P. And Trent.
Yeah.
And PRX deal with them fairly easily.
Nice. Biasanya.
PRX have so many tools to be able to work with on this defense side. But for whatever reason, they haven't looked perfect with it in the times that we've seen them running this comp.
One enemy remaining.
If they tighten it up, though, and they put together a great defense half, that'll change the narrative on Ascent quite a lot. Normally, the way that G2 like to play, though, is that they get Leaf onto deep angles over towards, you know, fighting B main or fighting catwalk, fighting market. These 3 areas of the map are crucial. They also like attack opping with Leaf and Baby Bay quite a lot.
A lot of early util denied on the side of G2, but a drone wasn't. So, see, Leaf has managed to slip himself into a more forward approach. Clone eats a bullet.
Good protocol for taking a bit of cat control there without a smoke. Actually getting deep onto this line. And they've set Leaf up to take a fight over towards, you know, deep spawn market, something like that.
He's all the way in. Very wide face. Good adjustment by Jaw, but he oversteps himself. Jing is going to be putting him in his place still. An awareness there from Patman, still watching that angle, but Jonah P has found it. Targets are toppling, and now Devi is going to be the one under that pressure. He's going to try and hold them back now, just with that stinger. Seen out, but as he's placing the util, that's a pretty poor timing to be taking. Leaf running a mockery over them right now. They seems to be aware of the fact Jing does return that fire, but he's got the rifle, and he's looking to get out while he can.
They don't need to save this rifle. Jing looking like he doesn't want to take the 1v3. Just playing his life in this kind of spot. So, a round expected for G2 to be able to take this one. One of the easier ones that they'll have in this attack side when the economy is slightly weaker for PRX. Wasn't massively weaker though, and G2 did exploit a lot of gaps here. You know, the pathing when you look for Leaf, he takes a drone down mid and then he's walking all the way around into spawn and then through into the B site. That's potentially something that Patman will look to plug up. Patman actually went forwards into B main, looking to try to take the fight into Jonah P instead of covering that mid gap. And so I think it's, when I've been watching PRX, it's more those kind of things, the macro game, leaving holes in spots.
Yeah.
Best teams in the world on Ascent are super tight and disciplined with all of those timings. It's not a map, I think, that PRX have historically enjoyed playing that much. They used to run like Harbor Rainer here and stuff.
They've had many a look on this map.
To throw crazy curveballs. They probably played the most comps on Ascent of any team ever.
That's true. Yeah, it's made them enjoyable to watch for sure.
Something has an operator and an ult, so they can play for a bit of a retake setup and get him posted on aggressive lines. He's looking for Leaf at top mid, but the rest of G2 in A main.
Flash in your face alongside the dart. It's not broken in time, so he gets a clearance into A main. Smokes though, layered on top of one another. Bit of presence now backing away. Something has been using his ult for more just mid-round information. Especially on the slower attack side rounds of G2, so he might choose to do the same as Gatecrash fading. Not too worried about it though. He can even use his own ult as a bit of an exit strategy if he gets caught there. He's going peeking past mid.
He gets smoked off and he just walks in front of it.
Doesn't care.
PRX things. And now he's got the feeling that they're not actually taking mid, so he's looking to punish where else they could be.
Trent jump spotting, but that timing just goes a little bit wrong. That's a shot to the knee.
Oh, it's actually through the wall.
Through the wall.
And probably to the knee.
51 health is what Trent's working with here. Trying to put together a picture of where G2 are trying to end. And Leaf is there. He answers back. Damage was done. Potentially just a half armor, but something is punished nevertheless. So we're going to be sending it forwards now, flying with that Dimensional Drift to trying to clear up most of this one. Does spot Devi in through the back. Pings across the board here. Wall's going to be tripped out. Jorgamo looking to contest here. Tangle with Devi. 1v1 onto the side. That could mean absolutely everything. Still, they haven't dealt with him, and he is drifting in. They're not really taking this fight together. Devi, a chance. That's all it will remain as well. He's going to be sent straight back. To spectate now and watch as Forsaken. Isn't really going to be making a play towards this one, not on a 1v4.
This is one of those classic examples of a great round put together on the attack side by G2. I think their game plan with this composition has been better than any other team. The way that they escort their chamber player, whether it's Paper Bay or Leaf, onto such good positions. Here, Leaf completely countered the play that Something was going for. And I think especially against a team that loves to peak on defense, Leaf could just fry. This could be a map where Leaf runs away with things in this half.
Kaki gua kram. Forsaken.
To be something that PRX are very aware of. Because they do love to dry challenge. Forsaken keeps his gun. It's going to be helpful because the economy is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a team that loves trying to take a timing and go for a swing. And if you're facing into Leaf's op or his outlaw, wherever you go, you're going to have a really bad time of things.
Look at that.
And he's fast enough to get set up right before something goes for it. And there's only a fraction of a moment there. A rough wrong jog, but he actually played that really nicely.
Right.
The Yoru ult, and then the patience to just control the site and keep Devi locked into the back boathouse.
Time I hear for PRX. Adjustments to be made. I mean, listen, it's 2-2 for now.
Apakah akankah?
But now G2, when you think of them as a team as well stylistically,
Ternyata itu bukan LED ya.
This kind of favorite play style.
Logo Valorantnya bukan LED
ya. Playing slow, control,
kayak
working the map,
gitu.
trying to pull the util out. That is the bread and butter of G2. It's where they thrive. For PRX, it does kind of slow down, I suppose, those timings, instinctual as they may be for them.
Yeah.
They do like to peek a lot, but when they're playing double sentinel, the comp restricts them. They don't like to be restricted.
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually think that, now we didn't talk about this too much, but I think the map veto slightly misplayed here by PRX, because in the second round of bans, they got rid of Haven. It's not a map that they enjoy playing, but they're actually really good at it.
Yeah.
And they play Waylay Yoru there, which I think is astoundingly difficult to deal with. And I think that would have been a more interesting question for G2. Do you want to play Haven or do you want to play Sunset? Rather than giving them Ascent towards the end. So certainly if we do see a rematch between these two teams later on in the tournament, this is one area that I expect PRX would make a change. I don't think they would want to end here. With me having said that, maybe PRX come out with a win in the end anyway. But at the moment, this defense half not looking too great, and it only takes a few on the attack side to feel like you're in a dire spot defending on Ascent.
Big flash forward as the play again, trying to take this one with a lot of confidence, but not too much more in terms of follow-up.
Yeah, but he gets one. How does he even get one?
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's a Forsaken difference.
Okay, but that is one of the only 2 rifles that they had in that round, and that's fairly unrecoverable.
But a quick scope. Missed something.
A lot of respect from Leaf there.
Yeah, still alive. Quick reactions as well, just to peel himself back. Damage being done. Stray shots as well, just in case there's that util forwards. This wall, difficult to deal with.
That teleport all the way right behind Devi. I think he'll have heard it.
Here.
Jorg coordinating a play.
Players gearing up on PRX's side as well, looking to see if they can take a bit of a fight, but that's a triple face over wall, onto the wall. It's going to be triggered, still blinded up. That's a near side onto either side, dropping down. Bit of a half clearance, but still they adjust and manage in time. G2.
Here.
Crack open that site. Jiggins going to make a play for it. Still, Leaf has got this one locked. What a shot. It's onto that jump spot and jump peak, but with just the Bulldog. The best weapon for the job.
Spike planted.
Maybe able to give himself something a little bit better, but Jorgamo is going to be hot on his heels.
Had Devi had a rifle in that spot, maybe we'd be looking at a different round, but G2, another slow, controlled one. PRX finding it hard to force a fight. They look to try to fight here through tiles. G2 punish. They try to force a fight over towards A main, Gelato area. Leaf TPs away. And that just leaves them with their passive bunker set up on B. Currently, that is the spot that G2 are looking to punish.
I'm coming in, I'm gonna get in there.
All right, op v op now. Not necessarily looking at each other. Leaf instead getting posted in A main. Wine to clear.
TP into Wine. And a double face. That's a quick TP straight out. Jorgamo even with the punish onto the main player. 1-2 combo.
That should be the round. G2 are going to slow it down because they know that PRX love to flood in, but the drone is going to give them info that the site is theirs to take. And a 5v3. They had cleaned up quite a lot of those, even though I was saying they were losing advantage spots. G2 were great when they had this level of advantage on Corrode.
PRX immediately going for the save as well. They don't want to play towards it. Already 2 players down. They've got an operator in the hands of something. It's not the right weapon for the job. So it is another round, just one off the back of the barriers dropping. Kill going their way. G2 are the masters of this style of play.
Yeah, they're extremely good at it. Again, PRX are the ones that try to increase tempo. G2 are the ones punishing. And that has been this map so far.
Yeah.
I think you could model the whole match by how much G2 are able to punish. At the start on Lotus, G2 had to increase tempo. They had to play as fast as PRX in order to just keep up. Then Corrode, they start to slow the game down a little bit more, and they get rewarded for it. And here they're slowing the game down massively, and it looks like PRX are really struggling. The maps themselves are just getting slower as we go through the series, and it's favoring G2 more and more. This round, Forsaken and Jing looking to try to set up a double swing off the back of space that, in theory, the slow should have controlled for them. But Leaf has egoed it, and Jorg has as well, just tucking in onto that angle to punish Jing. Great shots hit by both of them as well, to credit the G2 players, but they're anticipating that refight from PRX and getting onto good lines early. It's all about that. This whole comp, the way that G2 play it, is about getting posted on good angles before your opponents.
Something still with that operator. Jutting smoke down, it's going to be layered down by G2. Something tries to take a timing as well. Instinct perhaps, but he could be lucky here. Thorns at your feet. Clone going to be broken.
It's a switch up for PRX. Normally they've been playing B quite passively. Now they're trying to fight it and leaving A to Forsaken, who's been a nightmare to get past, even on Corrode. Both maps. It's been so tough.
Due diligence is there for G2 always. Unbroken nice and early. Forsaken with a deeper smoke. He's not got another one for 15 seconds.
But he knows that G2 are not going to be scaling quickly. His comp does not take space super fast.
Hunter's Fury potentially there. You see with a Steel Garden at least to set the pace of this one. Is there any clearance into Wine?
They're not thinking about it.
Forsaken, he's here. Drifted into the spot. His gun's going to be coming back any moment now, and that's the time to strike. It's Nye. He's going to jump on the chance to pounce. Potentially do some damage to help his team out. The flood attempt in from PRX, all at the back of the IGL. Valorant's going to try and do all he can to survive in a spot like that. But what a play to make. Just that slightest gap of discipline.
Tapi.
And what an adjustment as well from PRX. To play B, aggro, and then have Forsaken. Probably your best player on the defense side. Just leave him all the responsibility in terms of creating a tangled web on A to deal with. G2 want to take that time in for the exec. They really did have no awareness that he might reposition to Wine, but that's exactly the kind of thing that Forsaken's going to do.
Yeah.
They've actually been very good at staying aware of those kind of plays over the course of this match, but this time not quite feeling it. Same defensive setup again here for PRX. It worked once, why not try it again?
Yeah, total force in the hands of Leaf as well, so he's going to be quick to punish as well.
Passive on both edges of the map, but taking space in middle, G2.
Doubled up. Crossfire setup smoke though disrupts this to a degree. PRX.
PRX udah siap-siap di mid untuk menyambut pemain G2 yang mau nge-push midnya.
If the drone hadn't been broken, I think Devi would have gone for a little peek there.
Something still holding his nerve. Holding the ground down towards B. It's going to come down to sharpshooting, I think, as well. See which player can put them in. Does soon enough. That is a shot, and what is that? Through the wall, lucky to be alive.
Hampir saja.
It's not quite there. Hampir saja.
Oh shit, nice. Langsung aja di revive.
Pace has been turned up through the tree. PRX looking to control this one back down again.
And that's a huge ultimate that they just brought back into play. G2 going to have to slow things down here, otherwise they're running in with pistols.
20 seconds left.
G2 ditarik mundur.
TP by Valorant, but he's into Wine, he's looking to get punished. Forsaken still holding it down. Ball's going to be going down momentarily, especially when they're knocking at the door and trying to break it down.
Oh shit, oh dipotong oleh G2 kita di sini di meta. Forsaken lari. Oh no, dikejar aja oleh pemain G2 dan berhasil nge-plan di set.
All the way down.
Something harus saving karena dia menggunakan OP. Karena juga keuangan sangat tipis. Dimana sangat beresiko.
They cut off that supply line so well. And operating within the chaos. Because that beast had no hope of success. And to be honest, I thought the scramble over towards A had minimal chances too.
Forsaken definitely could have been playing spoiler towards it.
Press-pressannya di asnya galak ya.
And then knows that the others have to be coming through a sage wall. He's set up for one of his incredible solo rounds again.
Yeah.
but this time just not quite able to make it
nggak
work.
dapat.
And making Leaf go hunt. He's the one with just the stinger. Because anything picks up a rifle.
Ente langsung dicari, dikejar sama pemain G itu.
It
took
feels
over
like,
in mid.
Yeah, he's taking over the game. I feel like he is controlling everything
Gila nih,
right
motongnya
now. He's on
dapat
every
2
angle.
sih. 3
3
dapat 3 sih.
Slow people gets dropped down after the second kill. Good luck trying to take a fight against him.
Waduh.
I do think that
Alek udah mau ngamuk.
macro-wise, PRX had again a nice read there, but they just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get past Leaf in the final moments to go and help Forsaken. They're still gonna have a bye, but their last one. If they lose this down to an eco and G2 with already 5
Jing
on the
udah
attack,
siap-siap di situ.
it's starting to look really
Udah
bad
siap-siap
for
di mid.
PRX.
3 pemain di PRX udah siap-siap di mid. Gak mau kejebolan lagi mid ya. Something dapat 1. Langsung mundur.
Quick kill there onto Trent. Operator revealed as well, but G2.
Forsaken udah siap-siap menyambut. Oh no, kena timing. Davai, oh shit. Terlalu memaksakan di sini kita lihat. PRX belum bisa dapat strategi. Oh shit.
He's everywhere.
He can do no wrong.
And he's dominating so far, round after round. PRX on the shoulders of something.
2 melawan 3 di sini kita lihat, Bung. Jing mencari info di mana keberadaan dari. Oh, langsung saja ditutup. Oh no. Something harus saving lagi. Udah mulai garuk-garuk kepala Something.
They tried to trap him in hell.
Harus saving karena keuangan sangat menipis dan sangat berbahaya jika G2 mendapatkan operator dan akan dipegang oleh Leaf.
It's round after round.
It's utterly ridiculous.
Chamber
But
dari
I
pemain
think,
G
again,
itu.
a lot of credit to G2 too, because they are finding these little gaps around the place. PRX left A main completely open. This time Forsaken decided to focus on cap. But in a 4v5,
aduh, kena timing.
PRX
belum dapat timing dan positioning controlling dari map Ascent melawan G itu, kita lihat di sini ya.
So he gets a kill off the back of it.
Yeah.
14 kills across 9 rounds.
Waduh.
Now the anger
Udah
starts to
gebrak
come out.
meja
Now the
tuh.
frustration starts to build.
Udah benar nih berarti.
Yeah, I mean he is.
Main PRX sudah benar nih mainnya berarti.
14 and 5.
Kalau udah Alek udah gebrak meja udah benar nih berarti
We've only
harus
played 10
sih.
rounds of Ascent so far. He's on the attack side as Chamber. Yeah, 9 rounds I should say. We're on the 10th now.
That's ridiculous. He's averaging 1.5 kills every single round.
Skor 3-6.
I mean, not quite a Thanos, but you know,
No, he's up there though.
Pretty close.
He's getting there.
No, in terms of individual performances, he's been lighting the world on fire today, and I think you could say he's slowly even been getting better from map to map to map.
Yeah. I mean, this map, he looks instinctual. Like he knows where the players are through the walls. He's expecting fights on certain timings.
And I think,
snapping to them.
I think it's going to put a lot of
PRX
pressure on
belum
these
dapat
PRX players
timingnya,
to make
belum dapat
more
map controllingnya, belum
bold,
dapat
aggressive
untuk
plays. And that
defend
invites
dari
more opportunity for mistakes.
Yeah.
attacker G
Got it done in the
ya.
past, especially those
Gimana
first
nih?
2 maps. Big heroics from PRX. They need
Belum
to step
dapat
up now.
strategi yang tepat untuk nge-counter attacker dari G itu. Kali ini langsung saja di press dari PRX dan mengecilkan map untuk mencari info keberadaan pemain G itu di A.
They do like to run that one aggro. Something's holding really close to this with an operator on the other side.
Something sangat berbahaya sekali, Something sangat berbahaya banget, terlalu kebuka itu menggunakan operator sangat beresiko. Oh shit, Forsaken tidak bisa berkutik, kena segala blind dan trap dari pemain G itu. Langsung saja pemain G itu mendapatkan tree untuk entry ke ZA. Kita lihat di sini tidak ada kesempatan 7-3.
Machine that is G2.
Oh no.
They are completely in control right now. They're contacting all the way up to the danger areas. They're recognizing exactly where the danger is. And then that protocol to tuck Leaf behind the box so that you double swing catwalk as soon as the smoke drops is really nice. Great control.
Mana ini
They
Gage?
literally just walk down mid there.
Yeah.
And
Shit, man.
in some rounds, something's going to be fighting it.
I need one. I need one.
Trent is currently 1 of 4.
Yeah.
Not that it matters when you're winning, but yeah.
Like he was saying earlier, I just don't get the freebies.
What ini
Tough to get
guys?
kills when one guy's hoovering them all up on the other side of the map.
Yeah, in his own words, playing with Thanos. So
yeah.
Tricky spot. PRX here with a buy though. They've invested fully into this one. They have ults on top of it. One away from Patman's ult of the Hunter's Fury.
They need heroics to stop themselves from going down into the lower bracket. We're only in round 11 and I'm already thinking that they're in desperate territory.
Yeah.
Flash. Recon.
Yeah, dive on top of it. That's going to be a big reveal onto multiple players looking to try and take the fight forwards. But again, the comp doesn't really suit it. You can't jump on the chance. Fades away.
And now you've been baited into forward positions.
4 second Gabriel, 4 second Gabriel. Oh shit. Hampir saja keculik pemain dari Porsche. Pemain dari PRX. Oh, langsung mendapatkan Jing. J itu mendapatkan Jing. Nice, langsung di trade.
Finally a player advantage.
4 lawan 3. PRX mulai panas karena Alex sudah menggebrak meja. Oh shit, man.
Spraying out with the bullets on either side. Forsaken finds it. Oh, cancelled out. Goes out here.
4 second ultimate. Masuk menuju ke Heaven, tapi sepertinya pemain G itu tidak tahu kalau 4 second sudah ada di Heaven. No, something langsung menuju blind. Dari sini. Oh shit, nice, itu dia. 4 big with the clone of the Yoru for something.
Even losing the Steel Garden in the midst of all of that didn't end up being a massive difference maker. Crazy scenario over there. Trent trying his best to try to make the play. PRX need every round they can though. Got to clean up this one as well. Get it to a 7-5 half and you might have a hope. Alex
udah mulai pusing palanya, yang belum minum Oscar. Don.
Stress.
Yeah. Both of these teams know the win cons as well. This double sentinel comp, when you're losing this many rounds on defense, doesn't bode well. PRX though cannot afford to be disheartened.
Of the op battle over here towards B main. What util does each team use?
Oh, ngadu operator, tidak ada yang kena, dua-duanya ngeluh, tapi something berhasil mendapatkan zona pick dari pemain G2 yaitu PS.
Taken forwards, and sometimes that's what's needed, a bit of disrespect. Real big answer back here for PRX to find it. Deep jutting smoke on the attack side here for G2. Feels like they could be pushing past it.
G2 bersiap-siap untuk entry ke set B. Full stack.
Might find themselves in a bit of a tricky spot here.
Tapi di sini PRX sudah siap-siap untuk retake dan oh no, udah terculik dan something terculik 3 melawan 3.
It's a 3v3 that they're going to be playing themselves into.
Flash available for Jorgamo. And one for Forsaken as
G2
well.
mendapatkan
Flash
set
recon combo should be quite nice, but PRX forced to use it early.
Paranoia sidestepped, but
oh
no
shit,
really
4 second.
it's a smoked off position. Forsaken gives away his life.
Loncat gitu dia, tapi
karena
kena trap dari Chamber.
Even more limited, revealed over and over and over again. Damage through the walls.
Oh shit, apa yang akan terbuat? Apakah pemain PRX akan saving? Di situ udah dipantek oleh ulti dari Chamber. Wih, kita dari sini Jing berusaha untuk mengambil poin, tapi ente ya guys. Ya.
Build up in their name. 8-4 is the half, an attack side that you can be proud of if you're G2.
Excellent game plan. Really nice calling from Valin. Putting Leaf in a position to win, and my God, did he deliver. 7
So I think we shouldn't act surprised, and I agree with you on that. And Cedric, we love the fan storyline, you know, and I think you have one with a player. So who's your favorite player in G2, and for how long have you been rooting for them?
Well, my favorite player is Trent. I've been a fan for 6-7 years, ever since the guard, and just he's my favorite player. I just love the way he plays and just how he acts on stage, his calmness.
Coleman cold, right?
Yeah, exactly. In G2, we are in our golden era, and Boostio, you're a rat.
And Boostio, tu es un rat, on est dans notre ère goldée, dans notre âge d'or, effectivement, et Trent, c'est mon joueur préféré, je le suis depuis l'époque de The Guard. Merci, les gars, thank you, boys. And we're gonna see who takes this decider on a...
So a bit of a gap to be exploited down through mid. The worst thing in the world would be another one of these thrifties that we've seen so many of if PRX want to come back into this.
Slam shot into their face. Leaf is very forward onto the angle, committing headhunter bullets to that. The damage as well, trying to get it going through the wall, but something is lying in wait to strike. Jonah P flashing a peek of his own. Risky business here from G2, and they're looking to really make it hard, putting the squeeze onto PRX despite the weaponry advantage.
Here comes the Sage Wall. Opportunities to punish Leaf here.
Double swing through, catching onto it now, and Jinx right up on top. Sharp shooting again, but even better, Jonah P's side of things. Weak as anything though in this spot. Hiding right behind Dice, something now looking to reinsert himself back into the conversation, and a lot of damage done indeed. Still, Shawley's there. Team got his back. Better weapons at the end of the day. Valon's in a sticky spot here still. Should kill onto something.
Ah.
Call it a successful eco.
Anjing.
Going to keep every weapon intact.
Nice.
do the best job towards it with 3 of them surviving.
I like the idea being shown by PRX. Yes, that's a full anti-eco round, but inserting somebody deep into market, going back over towards B main, breaking the door so your market player can actually have impact, and then doing your B exec, where you have the Sage wall up. These are the kind of things that they'll be also needing to work in on their rifle rounds. The big problem is, I have not seen this Sage comp put together a good A exec. Doesn't matter if PRX or it's Fnatic who are running it. I think G2 only really have to be afraid of mid and B.
It's being reinforced. Leaf is in position. Scared about the potential of a peek. Outlaw in his hands. A lot of full armors though across the board. There's respect being shown here by PRX, and it will force a hand of Leaf. He has to be incredibly precise if he wants to get value out of it. There's the one person with half armor.
The only one person with half armor, and it's Jing who gets caught.
Unfortunate. Still, seeing that util, that is a hell of a peek by something, and rapid shooting it is really at his best. Jonah P taken out of the equation now. Drone up and over looking for some mid-round information. Devi's going to be tagged up, but still stands his ground, holds it down.
Trent maybe asked a huge amount of in this round. He had a big round where he was defending the B site on Corrode.
It's fake pressure by Patman.
But I don't think that they should fall for this. Jorg has full A main info. The thing is, they're so far away, Valin and Jorgamo. They can't really help. That's why I'm saying massive pressure on Trent here.
And Leaf up through mid, 2 shots to the body, chest or legs. Pick whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all down to Trent right now into this spot, and he's still dodging, weaving, ducking away from all of this iron. A fight taken towards it. PRX ensuring that they hold on. They keep their eyes onto the smokes with those guns well trained. Divert themselves into a 2v2 from this spot.
Devi's going to hear Jorg coming up. Maybe not. He just cut noise.
He did cut noise from it, and the barrel's going to be poking out before. No, not quite. It's all about the timing here. Devi trying to cut it up into the corner, but the clearance. Immaculate stuff from Jorg. Piece by piece. Taking bite-sized chunks out of the site, making sure that they can clear most of the way. It's up to Forsaken. He's been a menace. He had a hot hand earlier. We'll see if he can keep it going now into this 1v2. Currently 16 and 8. The players dropping down and giving him that perfect timing. Snap into it. 1v1. He's earned it. The IGL does it again.
He is unstoppable, man. When you get him in these spots, he just makes the right decision every time. Another Red Bull clutch for Forsaken in a 1v2. And it's his push forwards to wrap around Dice here that just destroys G2.
Passes the jump down, finds himself in a lone fight.
There was one way that PRX were coming back into this game, and it was by winning a critical 1v1 clutch on the pistol, and then a bonus round from Forsaken.
Forsaken! Yes, son! Nice on!
My God, they are doing it. The stress now over on the other side of the camp, because G2 can feel that they're losing control of this game. It should have been a slam dunk, easy one. They won pistol, and they only got 4 in the first half. It's your attack side of Ascent. You're about to go into double Senti defense. You should be chilling.
Should have been over, but PRX are never done when you think. You can't count this team out.
No.
Individual abilities. I mean, Forsaken has really been the counterweight to Leaf.
He has, yeah.
Top of the scoreboard, currently at 18 and 8. He's winning clutches consistently throughout.
And Leaf's been on his punish game, hasn't he? Every time it feels like he's shutting down somebody else. Whereas Forsaken's been the playmaker. He's been running around there finding the most outrageous timings and utilizing his creativity more than anything else. They're incredible to watch, the people that you got in the server today. It is a beautiful way to open playoffs here at Champs. But one of these teams is going to have to try to make an outrageous lower bracket run.
You never really want to be in that spot whatsoever.
I mean, there have been almost no teams that have made a huge lower bracket run like that.
No, it takes insane resilience.
I mean, I think back to FPX at Copenhagen. Only team that's gone on something like one of these squads would have to.
Right. G2 have been knocked down to the weaker weaponry, so they take that time during the timeout and now to think about what they need to correct moving forwards. But bit of working of mid here from PRX. Leaf very aggro. Risk to be taken. This would be a round to do it, and he does get his chance there with a headhunter. No one was covering Jing on the cross.
Almost every round is ending B. If you're on an eco and you can afford to take more risks, you just stack B. And they've got 3 bodies on it at the moment. I'd be tempted to get another in this direction.
Chuck darts to try and pave the way. Drone needs to be broken. It does clear Jonah P up into that spot. Smoke as well propped up and on top of the wall. Nothing going to be escaping the eye of Jing. It's going to be sharp, but it goes on either side here. This is surgical precision by G2. With the sheriffs in their hands, they're making the most of the chaos. And now, quick pivot all the way over towards A. That's a deep TP into Wine Forsaken. Has to be sure that this is clear most of the way. And the spike's last across this angle. Leaf doesn't have enough bullets to do the job.
The Bucky wasn't going to do the job from that distance.
Jorgamo going for a repeat of his own, but it's all been contained here by Divide. Valeno has dropped this one. The spike down into Cat.
That's just off sound cues.
He's got to know the rough position. There's only 13 seconds left. This is it. Forsaken's got to get a bit of a move on. He's got to watch this the entire time. Door closed, and he does punish. Time earned. Carves out a path to success. It was the only way he could win this one. PRX.
Nice.
I feel like every time PRX are pushed to the brink in this match, Forsaken comes through for them. The lone exception was something winning that ridiculous round to get them into OT on Corrode, but every other moment, it's their captain steering the ship through stormy waters. Wow. Oh, he did just catch a glimpse of Patman there. God, the stress must be ridiculous in that coaching booth.
Time to jump.
Both teams have Steel Garden to try to work with. 4 in a row now for PRX, but G2 are on the favored side, remember.
Flash an early take towards A main. Deep wall as well from Divide. Look at the control at B.
The spike is not going A. I mean, it only went A in the previous round because there was literally every defender stacking the B site on an eco. PRX still looking like they want to pressure B over and over and over again. Now they've got the res here, so Jing shouldn't be as aggressive as he was in previous rounds. Let other people lead and take those early duels.
That one with a drone. Backing out, Leaf doesn't take his TP, so he's still got the rendezvous for a rainy day, which is Steel Garden's coming through anyway. Weaponry now, gonna have to be fully reliant on a headhunter, but I don't think Leaf's got any bullets to really to his name. Just trying to tuck tight, ensure that he's not cleared out from this spot here while something looks to try and get the clearance down. Leaf, he's out straight back. The weapon's into his hands and he's rendezvous TP'd into the side, man. Eventually cleared up. This is Steel Garden both ways. Weapons taken away. A res in sight. Shorty does the job. Close quarters. That's where the action lies. Weapons to swing back out here. PRX have found themselves a way back in. But Jorgamo looking to see if he can answer. Knocking at the door, him and Jonah P. But Jonah P no more. There it is. Quick cleanup in the end. 3-piece by Jing. And a lead taken by PRX.
But instead goes and walls off market or something like that to stop the defenders coming through.
Down B.
Leaf picking up 2,
Down B.
but he's got no escape mechanism there. I mean, they'd really have to not know what was going on to get caught by that. But then Jing also playing for the res in that spot towards the end. Helps them enormously. It's a big round. PRX take the lead and knock G2's economy down. G2 need answers fast.
This is insane work by PRX. It's supposed to be their favored side, but pistol round, bonus conversion, round after round is being put together. Relentless is the opposition.
Whereas G2, Valent slipped back in.
He's trying to find that. It's been cleared anyway. It's going to be spammed surely here. This Anchor Smoke's the plan. Try and work his way around something. Precise and sharp. Jorgamo trying to play tucked. What is that? Reactions by Jing. Disgusting stuff. The tour de force trailing back into the fight, but you don't have any advantage. 5 alive for PRX. Slow orbs at your feet. Cut out of every possible spot.
They've got the money. They might as well go for it.
No way. Leaf. Clearance on top of the wall, damage done as the Madden Jing is low. Done the deflecting this round. 2 rounds now being the difference, and PRX leading, running away with it.
Incredible resilience from PRX. To be coming back into the lead after a 4-8 half on your defense side. It's so different the way that both teams are approaching the attack side too. G2 was
Itu dia dari PRX ya.
PRX are just running execs. First 30 seconds after doing a little bit of defaulting.
Itu dia.
And usually it's
Ah,
going to be
elah,
that's the
segala
first
ada
time where they
ini.
actually
Nah,
planted
Miko baru
the
bener
A at
nih.
the start of the round. And now maybe faking
Biasanya
it out
banyak
at the beginning
routingan
again.
yang belum
But I don't think they're going to end
proper,
with rifles
anjing.
on A pretty much ever.
Oke, 10-8. Jangan kasih kendor. Ini adalah map penentuan di mana yang akan menang akan memasuki upper bracket dari Valorant Champion ya. Dan yang kalah akan masuk ke lower bracket. Di sini langsung saja G2 Trend Ultimatum sekaligus mendapatkan info dari PRX di mana keberadaannya. Ada banyak di mid. Langsung mendapatkan info. Langsung saja di smoke dari PRX di sini untuk nge-push midnya stuck 4, tapi hanya fake. Oh, ternyata tidak. Begitu dia si jali-jali. 4 second siap-siap. Pemain G2 udah siap banget di B ternyata. Dari segala tempat udah dapet. Oh shit, Jing terperangkap. Oh, Liv langsung motong aja dari mid, langsung mendapatkan 2 pemain dari PRX. Kita lihat di sini, Bu. Batman mencari cara untuk mengambil spec dan spec dapat. Davai mencoba nge-hold, tapi di set ada satu pemain dari G2. Kita lihat. Oh shit, Nash dapat langsung saja di plan. Apakah dapat plan? Tapi apakah? Oh shit, double pick dari pemain G2 dan memenangkan round ini menjadi 9-10. Shit, man.
Leaf again with a really important double kill. Takes the opportunity to push that wall, take a risk in mid.
Dipotong midnya, cok. Colong 2 pemain PRX.
Real wobbles going on here. There's never a world where your gate crash should be there. Mistakes earlier on in the round even as well.
Apa yang harus dilakukan PRX kali ini? Apakah perjalanan di apa sih? Nih, di grup stage sebelum playoff akan selancar itu, ataukah membuat PRX harus turun ke lower bracket dan bergantian dengan yang lain?
Device actually holding his operator in B main, expecting Jorg to go for a push. Maybe Jorg would if he had a rifle, but he's got a judge, so I mean he's never peeking this.
He's just holding.
And if you go back into B, which PRX 90% of the time are going to go back into B, Jorg will be there. The question is just how he uses his gate crashes, and this second one is actually used quite early on. I was wondering if he might be a bit more conservative with them.
Even the mid, that's a footstep heard. Trent is aware that something trying to take a timing against him. Slow and steady is the game plan.
Something nggak jadi.
A rare A finish here perhaps from PRX. And Forsaken's got good control over towards A main.
Controller dari G2 sangat bagus ya, kita lihat di sini ya.
See what he can get done here. Potential damage to be dished out to Paranoid to try and slow them once more.
Oh,
fake there, as blind as anything, and he just spots it. Jump spot of something was a little bit too out into the open. There's enough of an angle that they can jump on it, but a res immediately to try and undo the damage. Something back into the fight. 5 players.
Bolong, ternyata bolong.
He can only do so much. Players are drifting into this fight, but it is slapdash, not put together whatsoever.
PRX berhasil plan di set A. Kita lihat di sini, langsung retake seperti retake press, retake langsung Batman bantingan anak muda. Tidak mau memaksakan, berbahaya sangat sekali karena di situ ada 4 second, tapi 4 second berhasil mati oleh pemain G itu. Kita lihat di sini. Oh shit, menjadi 2 melawan 3 di sini. Kita lihat. Oh, langsung di absen oleh Batman. Apakah Batman berhasil atau tidak? Oh shit, pistol.
And he's got the time on the defuse. He gets revenge for that pistol round clutch. Batman did everything he could.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But Trent delivers to tie things up.
Ngikutin gua. Oh my god juga.
Madness.
Shit, man.
Absolute madness. Leaf gets 2 huge ones. Jonah P
skor menjadi 10 sama. Oh shit.
Constantly trying to inject chaos into rounds like that. I was worried because G2 didn't have a follow-up for
Shit, man.
Just ended up at Jenny with a judge.
Oh, nggak nyala.
Very bizarre. Economy actually in a horrible spot for both teams. Odds and ends as we head into round 21.
Gimana nih, guys?
Prepare you for this. Adjustments on adjustments.
Standing ahead. What an incredible pleasure that every map has been on a knife's edge as well.
Yeah. Often ends up being more one-sided, but these two teams even.
Leaf is opping here without a smoke in his face.
Might be getting a lot of pressure now, though. That drone will be clearing him. Breaks it, will commit to it. As soon as he sees the bodies and the signs of life, just backing himself out and away.
Smoked off now as PRX look like they're going for an A split.
Choking them out here. There's a Hunter's Fury to see if they can set this one up, but a Thorns as well. It's going to be delayed. No one can really push forwards and past that. It's a wasted ult at the end. Only a bit of damage onto Jorg. And bodies are reinforcing. G2 have the entirety of the team. The army has arrived to try and put a stop to most of this. But a dart late in being delivered. Leaf, though, still getting active. He's forward to get into his approach, trying to bait those shots. And
What the fuck, man?
Stopped. This is ridiculous from him. One-man army himself. Big reveal.
Nice.
Coverage in sight.
2 melawan 3 di sini. Tapi spike belum dapat diplankan. Oh shit, no. Batman 3-1. Oh shit.
Too sharp, adjusting in time. G2, the ones up to 11, the ones leading by 1 round.
And Leaf again is the monster player, the superstar for G2. He's got 29 kills here across 21 rounds.
For a 30 bomb.
Yeah, and this year,
kejar-kejaran gini,
argument that he's been the best player of 2025. He was
shit.
early on in the year with players like Trent, competing late in the year with people like Forsaken, something. He's directly going toe-to-toe with 2 of his competitors right now.
11-10, skor 11-10, dibalap lagi oleh G2. Lihat di sini, Bung. Oh shit, man.
That round was a big eco swing, and PRX are taking a half buy.
Yeah.
Almost allowing G2 to get up to match point. Hoping that they can draw things into OT or pull out a thrifty from nowhere. These A finishes
Apakah overtime lagi? Apa iya?
in the last few rounds.
Subvert the expectations perhaps, but seeing how to gear up towards this one. A few sheriffs, Bulldog and a Vandal. It's the only thing they're working with. Double up with the smokes as well. Denying that heaven angle just in case the operator was there, but Leaf the reposition.
Nice. Nge-whiff. Nice. Langsung saja dipotong. Langsung dihajar. Chaos banget. Malam chaos ini. Langsung PRX berhasil nge-plan di sini ya. 3 melawan 5. Oh shit.
Sidelines are being cut away. Spam into the floorboards. Trent to remove Patman.
3 melawan 3.
Big flash though.
4 second.
Forsaken is putting matters into his own hands as the IGL.
4 second. Oh shit. Nice, dapat 4 second. 4 second sendirian di side. Membantai pemain G itu kita lihat di sini, Bung. Oh shit, nice. Gelo 4 second. 11 sama. 11 sama diratakan oleh Forsaken di dalam side pemain G itu. Skor menjadi 11 sama.
It's outrageous. Every single time they need a hero, he steps up. It's just back and forth between Forsaken and
Gila tuh. Dua orang di sono kagak ada yang bantuin Forsaken, gue lihat-lihat tuh.
1 thrifty round towards the end, and it could have flipped the whole series on its head.
11 sama.
Leaf though still with the tour de force.
He's been a danger player. Drone early. Usage onto him, tags him up.
Yo, PRX yuk, bisa yuk.
Disrespect. Fully being showcased. Deep TP into the bottom section of mid. We'll have to TP back here. PRX now. Looking like they want to speed up into this perhaps.
Tapi pemain G itu udah siap-siap di set B. Kita lihat di situ ada 3 pemain G itu berada di B, di dalam side. Sangat beresiko, kita lihat di sini. Tapi pemain G itu lagi saving. Oh shit, man. Ketancap sama pistol. Bangsat. 4 melawan 3.
Rotated around, but they need to clear up something from this spot. G2, they need a chance.
Something.
Solely rest on making sure that they can
Agak
get
sedikit
rid of
ragu-ragu.
something.
Oh shit, man.
They think it's winnable. Dimensional
Ulti
Jet is
aja.
getting the hell out of there. Something looking to rejoin the rest of his team. He's body blocking, just being that nuisance player. And trying to bit of a run on, trying to get a bit of a move on. Balance forwards as well. Now barely any bullets to work with.
Oh, nice.
PRX.
Let's go. 12-11. Ngeri banget. Ayo, 1 skor lagi PRX. 1 skor lagi. 1 skor lagi. Ayo. Mantap, Jing. Gila. Pakai pistol anjing. Buset.
To run every single attack round basically back. And now be up 12-11. But the previous one was an anti-eco. Now G2 with rifles back. And Trent's overalt that I think last time he misclicked.
Kita harus bakar sajian dulu. Aduh, pencet apa gua tuh?
Game of survival here for G2. They do not want to be dropped into that lower bracket. One round is going to make the difference.
Could be Leaf's 30th.
Respects it though. Sees that flash, will take the TP this time. Doesn't overstay it.
And now Devi can take away their guns.
Immediately clone as well. Just pops up the wall. They want to move into this one as a still guy on their own.
You have to overall this.
Langsung aja di ulti oleh Forsaken. PRX, tapi G2 mendapatkan. Nggak jadi dapat info. Something udah dalam set sendirian. Kebingungan. Oh, what the fuck? Wallbang anjing. 3 melawan 3 di sini, kita lihat di sini. PRX siap-siap untuk menyambut retake dari. Oh shit, nice. Woo! Let's go. Hampir aja bong, buset dah ngeri banget dah. Let's go. GG untuk PRX, NT untuk G2. G2 harus masuk lower bracket pada playoff Valorant Champion tahun ini ya guys ya. Ada kemungkinan PRX akan ketemu lagi sama G2. GG PRX dengan skor 2-1. Hampir saja. Gila ya, skornya kejar-kejaran ya, ngeri ya. Ini baru pertandingan, Cok. Ngeri. GG untuk PRX.
Sublime. I mean, a masterclass in Valorant here. We are treated with that matchup. And PRX.
Next match akan ada Fnatic melawan DRX.
This guy was dominant all day long.
GG.
Regulation there on Ascent, but only one in the final round, and that was it. PRX swarmed onto the site.
The major difference being that man in the middle right there.
Dan PRX akan masuk ke upper bracket. Lawannya belum tahu. Bisa aja Fnatic. Bisa aja.
PRX fait tomber
GG.
Forsaken had an amazing performance today. I have to interrupt you.
Forsaken sih gila anjing.
Jason, I have a few questions to ask you. First of all, congratulations. And it seemed like a double victory today. We saw you guys, waving, sending. We saw some banters. So can you share a little bit about the lore? What does it mean to you beating G2 today?
I mean, I think it means a lot because this is our first opening match in playoff. Everyone feel excited. And even though we lost the second one because we want to make them excited, to watch the game. And yeah, I feel really great about it, and hopefully we can continue keep winning, you know.
Entertaining second map, indeed, to have a longer series. Donc première question, c'était peut-être une double victoire aujourd'hui. On vous a vu beaucoup célébrer. Bah ouais, on était archi hype. C'est notre premier match en playoff. On avait envie de donner du spectacle aussi en vous emmenant sur une troisième map. And second question, we saw a battling, jumping, clutching omen from you today on both Ascent and Corrode. So I wanted to know, how do you do that magic always? Is it the movements? Is it the PRX DNA? How do you do it?
To be honest,
G.
in the beginning, my mindset I always trust my teammate, even though we're down like 4-8. I keep doing my things, which is to be confident, and somehow we just go with the flow, you know, with my body and stuff. So yeah.
Trusting your instinct seems very important to you indeed. Donc deuxième question, on l'a vu sauter partout au pistol sur Corrode, comment il s'en sort, ADN PRX. Et ben je suis pas sûre, j'ai pas vraiment de secret, mais dans cette team on se trust sur chaque move individuel et je pense que ça se voit. Je suis voilà mon instinct et c'est la clé de la réussite. And your next opponent is going to be either DRX or Fnatic. So I want to have your prediction. And who do you think will pop off on this game?
To be honest, I think this time I will choose DRX because I can see that they're progressing a lot. Even in Scream, they show us how to play certain of maps, and I really believe I think they're gonna win against Fnatic.
They have a good meta indeed with that, you know, Waylay, Yoru and stuff. They're making it work.
Kalau misalnya Fnatic masuk lagi menjadi lawan,
ça sera plutôt du côté DRX. Je trouve que ils gagnent beaucoup en stream en ce moment. Ils sont très forts, donc ça m'étonnerait pas qu'on les affronte au prochain tour. Thank you so much for joining me, Jason. You can get back at signing, of course, and we're gonna see if he's right or not about the Fnatic DRX match right after that.
Tiger, bit ah. No. Big Tiger? No. No. Big Tiger! Then Alex gonna mod me again, guys. Let's go!
next match akan ada Fnatic melawan DRX ya. Semoga Fnatic menang sih. Gua dukung Fnatic. Gua lihat-lihat.
Hari-hari ya kadang rame, kadang sepi. Ikhlas aja mas. Pokoknya kerja terus mas. Kadang ya.
Dua menit buat kalian yang mau ngopi-ngopi, beli kopi atau bikin kopi atau mangan, silakan aja.
Welcome back to day one of playoffs here at Champions Paris. Golden Boy here alongside Mimi and Kukuka yet again. And up next, we've got a classic between two teams who have been going at each other's neck for half a decade now. It's Fnatic going up against DRX. The fans are ready to go. We're excited here. Should be a great matchup. And guys, I mean, this is another Fnatic DRX square off yet again, Kukuka. I'm sure you're very excited about seeing them again.
5 years of Valorant, 5 years of champs, 5 years of DRX versus Fnatic or Vision Strikers back in the day. But yeah, this is a guarantee that we get only in champs.
Yeah.
It is wild because they literally don't play each other outside of Champions. So this is a once yearly event that you're here to witness yet again. But I think it is a little different this time because this is a DRX who is in a lot of ways coming in with different expectations. In the past, they were always the dominant squad. You expected them to show up to an international event as Korea's best and lose in 5th-6. But they always made it there. But now it's a DRX who's been missing some events, who's made some roster changes, but who is here again and looks to be in great form from the group stage.
But that's what we're here for, right? If it was the same teams with the same expectations every year, like the story would be a little bit bland. But it's good to see that even 5 years later, we still have stories to tell you about these two squads.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this.
Yeah.
The history of both of these teams, but also them facing off against each other, but the achievements as well, Mimi. It is quite a bit for both squads.
Yeah, I mean, you can see they were neck and neck at a time, both finishing in similar positions, but it was Fnatic to get those 2 back-to-back trophies in 2023, the first team and currently the only team to have done so, and DRX still yet to find their trophy at a global event at an international stage, and it feels like they are maybe farther from it than when they were always that 5th, 6th team, but they have grown a lot, I think, this year from the DRX that we saw choke in the group stage to open things in Bangkok.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit more, though, about Pacific as a whole, right? Because I know, like, after PRX won in Toronto, everyone was like, Pacific, strongest region, they're the best. No one's going to stop them. But we have started to see, you know, with especially with Americas and EMEA sending a lot of teams up into the playoffs. Like
3 apiece.
Yeah, 3 apiece. We're really starting to see, you know, that come to fruition here for those regions. Is Pacific falling off a little bit in your assessment, Bea? Granted, PRX just beat G2.
I think that the narrative this year changed so quickly, right? Like, we almost forgot about EDG because T1 had that impressive run right at the beginning of the year, then PRX this. So the expectation is, can Pacific go 3 for 3 this year? Can 2025 be their year? I think that there might be a couple of cracks, but I still love that they're bringing something new. They're right now the meta setters.
I believe they're still the best region. I don't think you can take that away from them when they've won both tournaments this year, when PRX looks like, in my opinion, the tournament favorite to win things here in Paris right now. They may not have had as many teams qualify through, you know, RRQ might have been a bit of a disappointment, and T1 as well, but DRX is better than we thought they would be, and PRX is in the form, or even better than they were expected to be as the reigning Masters champions going into now Champs Paris.
Yeah, that Lotus comeback for PRX kind of solidified that. It's like, you just can't, like, they're just too good, and it's so hard to stop them.
That's just PRX.
That really is. And as you see there, PRX moving on. They will face off against the winner of this matchup here, which we could end up getting a regional battle between DRX and PRX, or we end up seeing Fnatic PRX, which of course...
The Toronto Finals?
Toronto Finals, which we have seen before here. But, you know, the thing with Fnatic, though, kind of shifting the focus over to them, though, Kukuka, is that, you know, we've seen this team look rather comfortable, right? They got a couple solid 2-0s. They look pretty good. Chronicle is still slapping. He's still the GOAT, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but Chronicle, for my money, pound for pound, one of the best players, if not the best player in the world in the history of the game. And they're looking like a contender. I was watching the games at home, and I'm like, Fnatic look freaking good.
Yeah, they fell under the umbrella of what are the EMEA teams doing and what can we expect after stage 2, but the form that Chronicle is finding at the end of the year, he really wants this trophy. At the end of the day, it's also about peaking at the right time, and I think he is no afraid of this stage. There's no nerves on his side. He only can look at the win.
I've also really liked getting to see him play more of the Vise. I think he's most known for his Viper probably, but or maybe even like the more supportive roles like the Breach you're seeing on screen there. But he's looked so good getting to play a bit more Sentinel.
Bring back Fracture.
Yeah,
I miss Fracture. I miss her so bad.
Yeah, I actually do miss Fracture as well.
Man. Sorry, Mimi, I didn't mean to. No, he's been having a sick tournament though. I mean, he is he is the winningest player in Valorant for a reason. He is unbelievably consistent. When you're talking about half a decade of Valorant, he was there winning trophies 5 years ago as well, and he's back as a contender yet again.
That's right. Well, you heard us talk about Chronicle. You see that man on your screen? Let's go ahead and hear from him directly. Jen Lee had an opportunity to catch up with him earlier on. Check it out.
Hello everyone, Jen here with Chronicle of Fnatic now. Chronicle, it looks like DRX have a